Oh, hello and welcome to What Are We Talking About with Jamie Jakes. I am him. I am off mic.
Oh, shut up, Taylor's on.
And Taylor Swift drink. So that is going to be a part of the festivities tonight. Every time we see Taylor Swift, every time we hear Taylor Swift, we have to take a drink.
Caleb and I are going to have to share the guest bed tonight.
Oh yeah, it's got laundry on it currently because Natalie's not home, so I'll have to clear that off. But y'all are definitely welcome to.
Andy Reid, the man that put Travis Kelce and Taylor together, according to Taylor.
So we're gonna keep track of how many times Marvin Mims sees the football field, rookie for the Denver Broncos, versus how many times we see Taylor Swift. So that's the two drinking things that
what are we getting in terms of betting odds?
It was 10.5. It is.
No, I meant with the under over on Taylor.
Oh! I don't know.
Shit, dude.
I would say probably 24 times. No, 13 times.
I would say 13. I was going to say 12. So I feel like 13 is a good.
So we'll count that one as the first one because they did also shoot to her in the pregame multiple times.
Pregame doesn't count.
Well, I'm going to guess 22. That's a Taylor Swift joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be 13? That's the Taylor Swift.
Are you feeling 22?
Yeah.
Chris Jones. Okay, so we are snap away for the start of the game.
No Marvin on the field.
That's Jaleel McLaughlin. JM4 on the carry.
He hurt me last week in my other league.
Dude, I played David Kane or whatever and Raheem Mostert.
Achan.
Yeah, you know.
I had Achan and Connor go down this week.
I had JJ, and he's apparently doing full sprints in the facilities right now.
Yeah, so that's a conspiracy theory that we'll talk a little bit about later. Allegedly, Justin Jefferson is on IR because the Vikings are tanking.
Williams back in the backfield. He was injured last week.
Fullback. Burton on the carry. Willie Gay on the tackle. We are watching here live on Prime Vision. It is 14, 16, 15, 14, 13 on the clock. My name is Jamie Jakes. I'll be doing play-by-play today with my color commentator here, Miles Francis. How you doing, buddy?
Stoked to be here, man. Just made it in time to see this game. I think the Chiefs are just going to absolutely run over the Broncos, which will give us plenty of time to talk about all the things that we've been wanting to talk about NFL-wise outside of the Chiefs and the Broncos. Though, Broncos off to a decent start in their first drive so far.
And that was
slant to Cortland Sutton for a gain of 8 on the play.
That was interesting because I saw both Nick Bolton and Marvin Mims. Nick Bolton covered Marvin Mims on that pass play, and almost no acknowledgement of each other.
So that's a Marvin Mims drink.
Oh, hey. Oh, we're drinking for both Taylor and Mims?
And Mims.
We should have had mimosas for Mims.
Yeah, I shouldn't be drinking the 8% local buzz brew that I'm drinking right now. It's a Dallas drink. You wouldn't get it. Jerry Jeudy receives the screen. Gain a -2 on the play.
Yeah, this Chiefs defense comparatively to the Broncos offense, I think is just going to be a steamroll for the Chiefs. Like, really, in my opinion, not a hard call because Russell Wilson's just not been the same since he's left Seattle. It's clear and cut.
I disagree. I think he looked really, really good this year, and nobody really has realized it. He looks really fast this year. He had some big runs last week against the Jets, and then your first instinct's like, well, yeah, it's the Jets, and then you remember the Jets' defense is very fast and very talented.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
He's been playing really well. Russell Wilson has, in a lot of important quarterback stats, he's basically tied or beating Patrick Mahomes so far this season. Of course, Patrick Mahomes not having his best season thus far.
But he doesn't
But still
have
something you
to.
would expect.
I mean, yeah, and at this point, a 4-1 record versus a 1-4 record, I don't really think, especially this being a divisional game for both of them.
Javonte Williams!
Sitting on my bench currently in fantasy.
Well, just coming off of his knee injury.
Hip, I thought it was.
Finally 100% healthy, and a big run to start the game.
I was actually just about to bring up the idea that without his injury, McLaughlin doesn't get the opportunity he did the last couple weeks. Suddenly, the Broncos now have two pretty promising running backs in their backfield. Is that going to change their paths at all? Does that give them any more tools that they didn't realize that they had?
Clearly, I don't think Jaleel McLaughlin, JM4, is making a run like that, and they go right back to him.
I mean, still,
another gain of
still,
3
yeah, still positive
on first
yardage
down.
there. That was promising. Being 11:31 into the first quarter, counting down. I was trying to stat check or fact check what his actual injury was, but it's not pulling up at the
On
moment.
my fantasy report, it had hip injury, but
Okay.
I look at a lot of injury reports for my fantasy team, so maybe I'm misremembering.
Either way.
It's true.
I get that now. I get that. Now.
So yeah, like we were saying, Jaleel McLaughlin back in the backfield. He did get the snap. He did get the first touch.
It feels like he's going to be more, just based on this, maybe they're working him back in from the injury, but I could
like
theoretically see them making this more of a two-man backfield. Not with that, though.
I mean,
with that.
I think unless you've got somebody like McCaffrey or like a healthy Barkley, Saquon,
Nick
I think
Chubb.
it's all, or Nick Chubb. I think it's always a little bit safer to try to run tandem backfield.
You can't have that.
You can't have that, buddy. I told you that earlier.
Oh, yep.
He's gonna get it.
Oh,
My dog Boston
threaten
here
him like
trying to
that.
contribute to the show.
Yeah, I think he was really vibing with my opinion on that.
Yeah, that was why he's squeaking at you.
Caleb B. Davis here, by the way. He'll be the spotter of the show. He'll be sort of the producer of the show. He's going to ask us questions later on. He's going to keep us going. He'll be the third man in the booth for the first half at least. As Russell Wilson avoids the sack.
pulls it
Oh,
around.
well, I
out
saw
to the
that
right.
check down a mile away,
To
bro.
the Trout Man for a gain of 6. It'll be 4th and 2. Russell Wilson wants to go for it.
Ooh, quad.
Let's see.
Quad.
Was this quad?
Yeah, Javonte Williams quad. Also not knee.
So it was his knee.
Kinda his knee. Probably his knee.
Yeah, no,
I
quad
would
is a
argue
knee.
that the quad connects the knee to the hip.
You're
So-
absolutely right.
Thanks,
The
Doc.
rectus femoris attaches
Oh, that
from
reminds
the
me, I gotta
patella
Fuel his
to your
DeLorean.
pelvis on your AIIS. As Javonte
I
Williams
believe-
is in the background, there's a timeout on the play.
I believe this is Marvin Mims. That was his potential second snap this game.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Two
Doesn't count
Doesn't
because of
count. It's just
timeout.
a fake. Okay, got it again. Here, you're gonna have to take that from him.
Here, I'll let you be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I want you to have
He's
it.
too stupid.
I want you to have it.
He's gonna find it. He's a Dachshund Terrier mix for those of you wondering at home, which is why he's annoying. But he also, but he also likes to cuddle. So that's the Dachshund part of him.
Oh, you got so close, but it's over that.
Throw in a quick movie shout out over here. I watched the movie Strays last night. Did
Yep.
make me cry multiple times, but
Was
I
that-
laughed so hard.
That's the animated dog movie that's
Not
out.
animated, live action dog movie.
No shit.
And it's almost entire, like very little CGI, very little animatronics. Almost entirely shot with real dog. It's honestly super impressive. Really funny. As a dog lover, you will probably shed a tear or two. But like, it's the old. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's the ultimate revenge tale on a piece of shit dog owner.
Good.
I loved. I was so satisfied with the.
I didn't know Michael Vick was in that movie.
Worse than Michael Vick almost. It feels like. Oh,
Russell
look
Wilson
at
under
that
pressure
scramble
again, rolls out to the right.
Shit. Hey, okay, I don't want to say that wow, look at, there's still time to throw.
And he's tackled out of bounds.
So
That'll
we're
be a
at
first down
9
for the Chiefs. It's a
minutes
turnover.
and 24 seconds as there's a turnover on downs by the Denver Broncos. And honestly, Russell Wilson has looked quick, but he's not looked the type of quick that even Justin Fields can be to carry the Bears into like a competitive, playable game, in my opinion. And I know that the Broncos have actually had closer games than what their record would entail, but dude, I'm also a 1-4 fan, and I'm not going to give my quarterback credit when we're not winning games. And I mean, that's just for all the shit I
Also,
get.
I mean, honestly, I don't think that's fair to Kirk Cousins because I think he's been great.
No, it's not. It's a great point because that's all the shit that I hear and a lot of negative Viking fans. I was holding this right in my hands, and he's like, I don't know where this went.
Congrats on being smarter than a dog, Caleb. Great brag.
I haven't seen Strays yet, so I don't know where.
I'm sorry, you lost it.
No, but I love everything Kirk Cousins is doing. I wish he had a better team. I wish he had a better fan base to, support him a little bit more. And that's sad because he had more support, I think, by the Commanders when they weren't the Commanders than any Viking fan base of any year has ever given him.
Talking about the R words.
Yeah, that's I mean, you see it in Justin Jefferson's stats. I think that's impressive enough to me to know that guy's doing his job, but there's no offensive line in Minnesota. So back to
Which I mean, both Jefferson and Addison have been getting their fair share, which is impressive when you point out another team with a really struggling offensive line.
Yeah, and that's that's not what the Denver Broncos are like known for. They usually have a really solid starting up front five.
Line, yeah.
So, I mean, the Vikings have never been that team. It's been 10 plus years now, I could say, that we've had a dog shit offensive line that's never received the appropriate attention. We've got people like Brian O'Neill and Ezra Cleveland, more impressively Christian Darrisaw, but Garrett Bradbury, our center, has been hurt now 2 games out of the 5 we've played, and our right guard, Ed Ingram, has caused 4 fucking turnovers himself. As a lineman, dude, he's stomped on Kirk's foot twice to cause an immediate sack.
Right on it.
Yep. And then following that, this year, I think it was week 2, where coming off of the line in his 3-point stance, when he jumped out, he swatted his left arm and it knocked the ball out of Kirk's hand before he even ever got to turn around and give a hand up.
Dude.
And guess what? People I know were like, dude, Kirk is fucking unacceptable. I was like, that wasn't even a fumble on his part. He's like, the ball was in his hands. I was like, okay, all right.
That does make me feel better about the Browns
look
fan
at this
base.
crazy Andy Reid themed corn maze, yo.
Dude, that wasn't even done by humans. That was done by those little mummies in Mexico.
What?
The
Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield.
Anybody have any fantasy football holding on this game?
I have Taylor Swift going this game.
Do you? That's a safe. That's a must start, really.
It really
doesn't
would
matter.
be.
It doesn't matter who sits behind her. That's a must play. I'd play Taylor Swift on a bye week.
I personally do not have any fantasy football implications that I can think of in this game.
I got some bench players I'd like.
I do have a bet on the Broncos, I think plus 10.5 or 11.
I believe you have the Kansas City minus 10.5 as a lock, yeah?
No.
Or no, yeah, that's right. Sorry, you have Kansas City to win by less than 10.5.
Wow.
My entire handicap on that bet is that Taylor Swift is there. This is Thursday Night Football on Prime. The referees are going to keep it close. They're going to allow the Chiefs to win at the end, but the referees are going to keep this game close.
That's conspiracy theory betting, and I love it.
Tinfoil hat betting. But
Did you get this from Eddie?
I have an opinion that something's going on, and
we've seen it already for the Chiefs versus the Jets. There was some tomfoolery happening over there.
I was going to ask what y'all thought about the Chiefs versus the Vikings last week with flags picked up on plays. Like, they had some impressive...
I do have... I am playing
it's a hook and ladder with Travis Kelce. It'll be a first down on the play.
Wow.
Kelce doesn't get the first down, at least.
Kelce to Noah Gray.
There we go. I think I traded Noah Gray away. But I do have Justin Ross on my bench in Dynasty and Sky Moore on my bench in Dynasty. So, dude, Kelce can keep doing that to receivers, and then they'll finally fucking get stats, too, more consistently.
How does that work fantasy-wise, Jamie? That's a reception
so that will be a reception
Kelce
for 9 yards for Kelce, and
then
it will be a 3-yard Noah Gray run for a first down is what it should be.
I am playing against Kelce today as I am playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dude, Sky Moore was wide open.
Scrambling.
Sky Moore was wide open.
So you know who? Travis Kelce for a gain of 8. Mr. Pfizer off to a hot start this game. You can't feel good about it if you are playing against him in fantasy at the moment.
I want one game where they let him put that on the back of his jersey.
Mr. Pfizer?
Yeah, that'd be funny, dude.
Maybe they will for the
Pro Bowl?
The Pro Bowl.
That would be dope.
Festivities.
They should name
Look at that. He almost ducked under that.
Gosh, man. I've been seeing this guy on too many timelines with his...
He is so handsome.
I mean, maybe.
Pacheco on the run. Oh, wow. Got some big old boys
and if you're watching
in front of him and smashed in for a first down.
Clock stops at 6:50 and it picks back up. That was weird. The time stopped for like 2 seconds and then kept going.
Yeah, the Chiefs are
there, man. They've got look at that fan base
marching down the field. Game is at Arrowhead, an actual home stadium.
Look at the red in there. Like you are not seeing.
Because you got to go to Missouri, Kansas City. It's not a fun time. Why would you want to go? Patrick Mahomes rolls out to the right, and the ball is
on his part
knocked away, swatted in the air. by McMillan on the play.
I think he'd have been better just kind of lobbing that one over the defender because there was a bunch of field in front of the receiver. But
yeah, that was obviously the wrong decision.
The Denver Broncos logo on that color scheme looks way too much like a Lisa Frank binder.
What? Patrick Mahomes
That was a
backfield.
unicorn busting out of that man's head, sir. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it is very 90s and
Receives a snap,
neon.
passes the ball down the field to
Oh,
Rashee
Rice.
Rice, rookie
Interesting.
from SMU.
he has been honestly a whole lot more consistent than a lot of other Kansas City Chiefs receivers this year.
Agreed, but I still did recently drop him because he's, at the end of the day, Mahomes just spreads the ball around
Yeah.
way too much for him to be reliable.
He was recommended as one of the top pickups in fantasy football this week, and I was kind of surprised by it. As a manager who has him in a dynasty league, there's reasons to be impressed, but in redraft, I don't see you really starting him the rest of the season. But
Yeah.
he does go in motion. Maybe he is starting to break through. This is kind of when you see it with
Oh
some
my
rookies when they start breaking through at week 6, 7 on the season.
And that is how we see, at least one time this game, the Denver Broncos
Well, it's-
hold the Kansas City Chiefs to a field goal.
4th and 3, and they're going to elect a field goal. They're going to believe in their defense, and why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But this is exactly why you bet the Broncos 10.5. I mean, the referees aren't going to allow a blowout in the first half.
Yeah.
The Swifties need to see a good football game. Harrison Butker, 10 for 10 on the season. That's 100%. For those of you keeping track at home.
I wonder if this is one of the stadiums that Taylor will play on the Eras Tour.
Is that the next one?
I have no idea. Oh, you mean the Eras Tour? Eras Tour is what's currently been, like, that's like the
been
tour
good.
that she's been on.
I think it's like in a pause or something like that. I think there's
Yeah.
like different
I think they're
legs.
starting back up. That's what
I've
one
heard
of my
this is the
sources
last
said.
game that Taylor will be able to make with her or most likely with her schedule.
Yeah, did not fact check that whatsoever, but I just believe one of those things you just hear it and you believe it instantly.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a large part of the problem with Taylor Swift stuff, is that just basically how most people react.
I did see a tweet of some sort that looked super official that said that Taylor Swift,
Did they have the blue check on it, or what made it official?
Yeah, they subscribe.
just-
Because you can just pay $8 for
The
that
picture
now.
and the
I think
engage-
you have a blue check mark.
I do. The picture and the engagement on the post, it got a lot of engagement, and basically what it said was Taylor Swift took the team jet to Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw that.
You
I
saw
saw
that
that
too.
that was photoshopped.
And, well, I did see that, but I saw the Vikings mascot has his own Twitter account, Victor the Viking.
Yeah.
And he has, like, one of those big roll-away things that she, like, got rolled off in out of the locker room that one day. And he was moving it, and he knocked it over and
That
said,
was
"Whoa."
hilarious.
I saw that. That was
That's
really
good
funny.
Twitter.
That
Yeah.
was good Twitter, dude. That's, like, the right amount of bullying, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's hilarious.
I mean, I think it
I wouldn't even consider that bullying, honestly. I think that's just a good joke.
that's that's like one of the things like Taylor Swift sees and like, yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
if Taylor had been in it and they did that, that's bullying.
or they do one of those like hard cuts and then she like kind of pops out of it, like a CGI Taylor, hologram Taylor. Well, she wasn't at the game, so
Yeah.
kind of debunks some of those stories. So
That I do think that there were a lot of. I mean, all right, I am biased here, so put me in my place if I deserve it. I thought there were a lot of bullshit calls or not calls when I saw the Vikings play the Chiefs last week.
oh yeah, like I said, I think the referees have been kind of weaponized because everyone's expecting the Chiefs to win every single game, so the referees can call bad calls against them, like they did in other games to keep the game close when Taylor Swift is in attendance.
Yeah.
And also just like, hey, we're gonna let the Chiefs win at the end though. Like, let's not get crazy.
We need AI integration for penalties, and we need to clone a bunch of Roger Goodells to be down on the field and enforce it. And if you touch a Goodell, you're suspended for like 3-game minimum or something like that. I don't know.
We don't need more Goodells.
I was going to say, I think you might be the first
No,
person in
you're
history
right.
to be like, there needs to be more Goodell.
Well,
Stand up for yourself, Caleb.
I've got to think the only way they'd ever actually enforce penalties or actually incite some like, oh, let me not go punch my Goodell ref this game. It'd be like, it has to be like the highest of penalizations.
We don't need more Goodells. We don't need more AI.
No.
So relax.
I don't know, football peacekeeper.
I disagree with you on the AI. This is exactly what we need to make this like oh my god, the one where he's in space and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like a
Just like a
classic film.
hologram
I'm totally
projection.
blanking on right now.
What kind is a space film?
Yeah, I'll
Space Jam?
Give me a second. I'll totally
Space
get this. Yeah, let's just make it Space Jam rules.
Russell Wilson trots back on the field. I'm telling you, he looked pretty good against the Jets defense, which is a solid defense, I think. He's looked good all season. He can score with this offense. There's enough weapons on this offense. The offensive line is serviceable enough. That's kind of the one thing that Sean Payton did bring in was a new offensive line.
5
Cortland
minutes.
Sutton's great.
5 minutes and 40
Javonte
seconds.
Williams back in the backfield. There's a lot of motions
shit
going on.
Yeah.
They might have to set for a second there. Yeah. And it
that's
runs to
right
Javonte up the middle. And that feels like his second touch of the game.
No,
and he's got 20 yards
Yeah,
already.
he's not doing too bad.
Holy shit.
He found
Big
it. He
run
found
on 1st and 10.
So you're not smarter than a dog?
There are times.
Man, if you've had Javonte Williams in Dynasty and you've just been holding them and waiting for something to happen after this injury,
I am smarter than you.
and now you're seeing this on prime time against
Marvin
Chiefs.
Mims, second
Marvin
snap
Mims
of the
straight.
game.
Drink it up.
Electrolytes.
Williams again. Backfield
2001 A Space
play
Odyssey.
action. Pass
That's
deep to
what I'm talking
Mims.
about.
Oh my goodness, interception, Nick Bolton.
And it got intercepted.
They got
Nick
it.
Bolton.
That's my cheat. That's my defense this
These
week.
are
Let's go.
These are the Lone Star legends right here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, if you're gonna cover 10.5 in a game, you gotta have interceptions like that.
Two previous Lone Star Rangers.
Jamie feeling a little nervous about that bet all of a sudden.
That was a
That
directed
$2 I put
pass
on that
to
is
Jerry
in jeopardy.
Jeudy.
That is not going well for you.
I did
$2 to win what, like $1.85?
something like that. Yeah, -110. I did bet. Like I said on the betting pad podcast, I made a bunch of little teeny tiny bets, but like 95% of my money is on the 49ers
To cover the
this
7?
week. It's 5.5.
They change it to 5.5.
Well, no, I got it at 5.5, but Deshaun Watson got. I don't know if the line moved or not. That would be a good thing for Caleb B. Davis to look up for me. If the 49ers Browns line moved yet, now that Deshaun Watson is officially out for the game, this will be his second game, but his third week missed with his shoulder bruise. Funny stuff going on in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a weird reason to miss a game, dude.
Maybe we'll talk. I mean, I don't want to dive super deep into it.
Because the game is so close.
Yeah, but I have thoughts about.
Are we saving it for Tuesday?
I don't know. I might just get too drunk and film a solo episode when you guys leave.
That's
or something
fair.
like that.
All right. So I'm looking for
49ers spread against the Browns in Week 6 in gambling purposes. Great posture with your phone usage as well.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing it to suppress the squeaky toy behind my back.
Oh.
Fun tip for you guys at home: if you're having back issues, just put a squeaky toy behind your
And
back.
torture your dog. Make
He
him
really
go
is
crazy.
looking for it.
Yeah, he doesn't care about anything in the world but that squeaky toy right now.
They are pretty sweet
This is
squeaky
what I
toys,
found.
and they're
I don't
new.
know if you want to look at that because
What is this?
that's as you can go back and search through it, whatever you want. I tried to find something, obviously not super flexed in gambling knowledges.
We just gotta get you. We just gotta get you to figure out how to use Google, bud.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah. So we're looking for the Cleveland Browns. Oof. Oh, I got a great number.
Where's it up?
It's at 10. It's at 10. I got 5.5.
Wow.
So yeah, I put all of my money on 95% of my money on the Niners -5.5. And if you listen to it in our gambling podcast that we post late on Tuesday night, every night, where we preview and recommend bets for teams, I recommended 5.5 for the Niners.
So
you
that's
gotta
a
feel pretty good about
perfect
that.
demographic podcast for me to be involved in, so I can become a little bit smarter. He did that for you, Swifty.
Stop
Travis
doing
Kelce.
good shit, Kelsey.
4 minutes
There she
and
is. Go.
44 seconds
Taylor Swift
on
drink.
the
Anybody else
screen.
need a drink or anything?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
I
if you
got
could give me
my
another one, that'd be great.
You have
Just a
flavor
random one
preference?
that isn't the porter. That thing is
Rojo
disgusting.
Toro.
I'll try one of them, see if I like it.
Shout out to Four Corners Brewing Company. Your porters need to relax. Oh, flag on the play.
Ooh,
To relax. You want local buzz or jalapeno?
Ooh, jalapeno. Bunch coverage. Travis Kelce runs.
So is that a hold or what? What did
I
they
missed
call
it.
it?
I think it was on the defense. It was declined, I believe.
Oh boy!
I believe I'm playing Kelsey in the league that does not get the point for first down.
Oh, Taylor Swift drink.
Look how excited she is.
Jesus.
Her lipstick always looks great. That's what I've noticed about her.
She's happier about it than Mom.
Yeah,
Mama
so she
Kelsey
fucks
is.
up a lot of glasses
Mama
at
Kelsey's
restaurants.
used to it. She's used to John Mayer.
That's all that means to me, dude. Is that she fucks up a lot of glasses at restaurants.
Uh-oh, another
Kadarius Toney
forced
flop.
touch for Kadarius Toney because he's so good, and Andy Reid thinks he's the wide receiver one there still. A lot of old coaches kind of losing it a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Tell
late
me about
in their
it.
career.
I left on Mike Zimmer, dude.
I guess it'll happen to all of us one day, but
It'll happen to you.
yeah.
Dude, could you imagine like losing touch with your reality of football because of old age? It's like I thought I knew this. Like you did.
Three
Well, imagine like when they like did stuff like invent the forward pass and like if you were like an expert of the game until that rule change.
True.
Suddenly,
Tom Landry.
Rashee Rice was the first read on that play. Checks it down to Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh my goodness.
Gain of 3 on the play.
I want to believe that the Kansas City Chiefs are actually better in the sense that they will score a touchdown this drive. Hey, I know you think you're close.
yeah, I am playing Kelsey in our league, which means it is point per first down.
Big 3rd and 8 here. Travis Kelce 3 for 53.
Jerick McKinnon in motion.
Wait. It's showing Kelsey at negative 28 yards currently with 3 for 3.
That will be
That is going to be a glitch on the
Something
app
must have
currently.
glitched on that one, yeah.
Someone hit the wrong button on Sleeper. Happens to the best of us.
And
Do not hit Kelsey.
Kelsey was the first read on the play, but he was covered well.
Wow.
An interception! Let's go! And that's what you need. That's how you cover 10.5. Simmons on the interception. Now go to Taylor Swift.
I was about to say
Now do it.
I want to see it, yeah.
this is that
Oh, he's crying already.
don't get your mustache wet, homie. Save it.
He's worried. Simmons on
Justin
the
Simmons.
interceptions.
Rough
One of
throw.
the best safeties in the league.
Great job out of you, Caleb B. Davis, spotting. Yeah, Justin Simmons, yeah.
He is the Patrick Mahomes of his position, I'd argue, or at least one of the likes athletically. He can do quite
Really?
a bit. Justin Simmons I think he's a great safety.
There we
The
go.
Patrick Mahomes position.
Updated. 3 for 3, 53 yards with 2 receiving first downs. Kelsey currently sitting at 10.3 points.
In full PPR, full point
PPR,
per
point per
first down. Yeah.
Dude, your dog's proving he's a dachshund right now.
He's burrowing, and he
Yep.
found it. I told you.
Oh,
no,
no,
that's
no,
a
I
terrier.
knew.
The nose is the terrier. He found it though.
Oh yeah.
You got to put it on a high countertop.
That's a great point. Let me go do that real quick.
No, I can do it.
There's a picture of a really handsome guy up in the top right corner there. You can.
Put it up next to.
A lot of really handsome guys in that picture.
There are a lot of handsome guys in that
Yeah, man.
picture.
Good times. Still have that office in that gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pfizer having an absolutely spectacular game. Big interception on Patrick Mahomes. Been an issue for him all game. Both quarterbacks, like I said, playing very similarly this
Yeah.
year. Throwing a lot of picks, making funny decisions. As the money train rolls on in, maybe that's what's going to bring us good luck this
The
week in
money
our
train.
gambling podcast. I had the door open just like I do right now for the podcast where I was recording
Ching,
for
ching.
the gambling show, and the train went by while I was doing the intro, and you could hear it through my microphone.
That's
And it was the
perfect.
money train, so that's why we're all going 6 for 6 this weekend on our post.
Oh,
Even those of us that disagreed with each other, we're still gonna get.
Still
we're gonna hit
to
somehow.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Where it'll be like one of those bad beats that every casino will refund or something like that. Like a weird. Yeah, I've only had like a couple crossovers on the show. This episode we did on Monday Night Football. Was that what the crossover was for?
It wasn't me on that one. It was between James and Jacob Marshall. I don't remember what their difference was, but it was a very much head-to-head bet in terms of they had very different reads and opinions on what they were seeing from the NFL.
And speaking of reads and opinions, they highlight what Patrick Mahomes' decision making was with his reads and how he made
Kelsey,
it.
I will give you, as much as I don't want to see him score, it looked like there was a decent opportunity one-on-one with Kelsey in the corner.
I just don't think that's a position of like it's not an advantageous position for you to be throwing a football with someone wrapped around your ankle. I think you either
I didn't
take
see
the
if there
sack.
was someone wrapped around his ankle.
I saw it from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was odd.
He was on for 5 Mississippi. It should have been blown dead in the grass.
I thought he should have gotten rid of that ball out of bounds or taken the sack because he was really trying to force it.
On the almost tackle.
NFL rank on all these worst. I don't even know what CPOE is.
It's a defensive stat.
Pass defense.
Completion percentage of over expected would be what that metric is, which is a made-up metric. Shut up, Amazon. Relax.
Yeah, honestly, dude, if you need that many initials for your thing, it doesn't need to be a thing.
And expect us to know what it is.
Yeah.
Even with the cut, getting the first
have to,
down.
go through.
Ball loose.
Oh no.
Hold on. That was
another turnover?
That was Williams, and it looks like he's ailing his leg, possibly a quad. But oh no, that was McLaughlin.
First down, Chiefs.
That was McLaughlin. Okay.
I will take it.
Wow,
I am,
dude.
Rocking the Chiefs defense. As you mentioned.
That was such a confusing play for me.
Yikes.
Because I saw it happen.
Fumble on the play. We're watching the replay. Is he down? Seems to have it.
Yeah, he's down.
Oh, he's down. Okay. So that's right elbow down. That'll be
he was getting kind of choked out right there, too.
Yeah, choked right in the neck, but he'll be down by contact.
He made great yard. I thought he got at least 6 yards because they initially were going to give him the first down, but I don't know what they're ruling that as.
So they just changed the call on the play on the field. It's third down now.
Oh, boo.
They didn't even go to replay, which I love.
I thought he's still looking for that toy, I promise.
Julian McLaughlin?
No. Boston.
Keep digging.
But McLaughlin, he looked like he got the first down to me, but I don't know.
No, it's be 3rd and 1. Big 3rd and 1 now.
It is. I mean, dude, Denver, they're being tried right here. Come on, Russ.
Javonte Williams. Yeah, just give it to him. Why not? Oh, Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying. He looks really. You see most quarterbacks, they'll go to the left when they do QB sneaks. Russ Wilson goes to the right on that QB sneak. Always thinking one step ahead, that Russ Wilson. Ciara, I don't know if she's
still.
I was about to say, I wonder if she taught him the 1-2 step.
I don't know if she's in any press box for this game. Or I
saw there was an update in the bottom left corner about Marvin Mims, and I haven't seen him in another snap for a minute. I wonder.
You're gonna look it up on Twitter? Is this your phone?
Yeah, that is my phone. I'll look it up on Twitter.
Marvin Mims might be. So that's gonna end our Taylor Swift or Marvin Mims bet. If Mims is out with an injury.
For what it's worth, it does seem like they've slowed down a little bit on the Taylor hype. I mean, obviously they've still gone to her twice, I believe, so far. But
three times.
We are nowhere near.
What did we say? 13?
I thought we said over/under was 13.
We're right on pace. This isn't the end of the first quarter yet. They'll ramp it up towards the end of the game. 2nd and 8.
I guess that depends on how far the game is apart.
That might be Marvin up top. No, that was Cortland.
That's McLaughlin?
Wow.
Julian McLaughlin back in the game. 2 hands on the ball. Another hard run for 8. It'll be 3rd and short again. There he is. Mims on the field.
Okay.
Why'd you scare me like that, you son of a bitch?
Well, because I didn't catch it. And I saw it flash. I just didn't know what the stat was. I didn't know if it was possibly an injury. But, I mean, I don't know what it is with rookies this year. If they're not, like, already a starter, it seems like they hardly get even backup reps.
Well, you got to remember, it's still early.
True.
This is, like I said, kind of when a lot of receivers start taking over. With that being said, there were some pretty big busts this year. I think JSN, which I did call, Quentin Johnston has been disappointing, which I thought he was going to be better than JSN.
You did call JSN during the draft podcast, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He was adamant about that one. He was pretty adamant about knowing that.
Yeah.
Which good read. Good read.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Puka.
That's my favorite thing to like troll people on Twitter now. It's like whenever they're criticizing, like around Lions Twitter right now, there's a lot of people criticizing.
You'll at them in your calling of Puka.
No. There's a lot of people criticizing the Jahmyr Gibbs pick by the Detroit Lions, and rightfully so. I mean, he's not panned out yet.
Underutilization.
I wouldn't give up on him yet. Also had a hamstring injury, so like he missed a game already. Like we only see him in like 4 games, right?
Yeah.
And he's looked good in the home opener against the Chiefs, by the way. That's kind of where he looked best. Anyways, people are a little bit disappointed about it, and rightfully so. So in the comment section, I'm always like trolling. I'm like, oh yeah, they definitely should have picked Puka with that pick. Like, yeah, no shit. Like, hindsight 2020.
You don't call it out. Like, it never works out the way you think it is, or if that was the case, then the draft boards would look completely different. Because no one knows exactly who they're getting entirely in terms of what the performances you're going to get on the field. And so, yeah, I mean, and Jahmyr Gibbs, like, even having missed the game, every touch he's gotten, he shows explosiveness, he shows to be promising. It just really seems like that reserved usage that, man, why am I forgetting head coach Detroit Lions? No, Detroit.
Dan Campbell?
Yeah, Dan Campbell. He said it from the beginning. He said, we're going to ease him into this. We're not going to just throw him to the fire. We have David Montgomery. And I know.
The more concerning part is he didn't then come back and is like, yeah, we're going to give him opportunities when he's ready for it, which means they're disappointed on how quickly he's picking up the offense. They did call him out after the game and say that he was responsible for a Jared Goff interception because he basically was indecisive. He was on a choice route and he kind of was indecisive about it and didn't get to the right spot where Jared Goff thought he was going to be, and that's why Jared Goff threw the interception that ended up losing us the game. So ever since then, he was kind of ramping up, and then they kind of ramped him down for like 1 game. Got a hamstring injury, so now we're kind of in Jahmyr Gibbs limbo. Yeah, still could pan out.
It still could, yeah.
Still could be great.
Young guy behind a running back who is in that spot to workload.
But, if we're going to play the hindsight game, like, they definitely should have taken Puka with that pick.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way it is. A lot of people missed. Every single team in the NFL missed on Puka.
Yeah.
At least once, right? So.
Yeah. Very true. And we're returning back from a commercial break.
Superstar rookie wide receiver for the LA Rams, by the way.
And so, like, I was, curious, I guess would be a good word, but I was wondering how much of productivity Cup.
And they're stopped on 3rd and 1. Man, Amazon really fucked up that transition. They went straight to shot of the stadium to Burton on a dramatic 3rd and 1. And they just
sucked all the drama out of it.
They sucked every single ounce of drama out of it. Amazing play.
Yeah, they made me more curious to see what Taylor was doing up in her press box now.
Really incredible defensive stand.
Stop, yeah,
it was.
By the Chiefs defense.
Which, I hate that they are never... Like, they're always so solid, but for some reason they always seem like they're just barely not on the same page. And, like, they
Amazon
keep
Prime?
The Chiefs defense.
And this podcast.
Yeah, and, dude, it's the trifecta right now. We see Mahomes trotting out on the field with 14 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
What elite club are they opening for us here?
Oh, it's going to be...
2 Super Bowl champs, 2 NFL MVPs. Only player to win 2 of each in first 6 seasons.
I thought he was wearing like a vest without a shirt on.
I thought the same thing. I was like, are they chest hairing Mahomes right now?
Oh, going across all sports. There's only 6 other people to do it. 3 NBA and 3 NHL.
I'm glad there were no,
Yeah, anytime you're in any, like, elite club with Wayne Gretzky, like, that's a pretty good sign, yeah.
Kadarius Toney in motion.
Wow.
Isaiah Pacheco with the handoff.
I'm not even a giant hockey fan, but I think it would be arguable to say that Wayne Gretzky is the greatest athlete of all time, like, just in terms of what he did for his sport.
Yeah, he was pretty crazy. I do have a book nearby called I Got Your Number, which
I'm
is
just going to let him...
Mike Greenberg, and there's a whole chapter on Wayne Gretzky.
I'll have to bring back the last book I borrowed from you before I take from your library again. But you do have a lot of books I am interested in, so I might do a bring one back, take one if you allow it.
Over 95% of them are mine. Only a small percentage are Natalie's.
Are you trying to imply your girlfriend can't read good?
Yeah, especially the. I saw a book up here earlier. It says hood feminism.
That describes Natalie to a T, actually.
That's actually my book. I I've been trying to get her to read it for years.
I thought it came with a house here.
Could you imagine? Yeah. They left it in the closet for us with the garage keys. But anyways, we're watching football. Offsides on the defense. For those of you keeping track at home, the Broncos defense held the Chiefs to 3 points.
3 points in the first quarter. Not what you would expect going into this game with the 10.5.
And that's why I'm saying I'm really excited after finding out about how much that line moved for the Cleveland Browns. Also, rightfully so, Joel Bitonio sounds like he's training to be out. He's really the end of the heart and soul of the defense, and almost the last thing that I even liked about the Cleveland Browns as a fan.
Another completion for Tony.
Yep, Kadarius Toney reception on the play. That would be his first reception.
Yardage.
That was his first reception.
I thought he got one for negative yardage.
That was a run. That was a rushing play.
Gotcha. I'm telling you, Lisa Frank hats on the Denver. That is what that is, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Completion. They're giving you the completion percentage above expected on every single graphic now, and I hate it. Stop it. Get it out of here.
Because they're watching you.
Rushy
Like, I'll show you too many letters for an acronym.
The bottom of the screen. Patrick Mahomes drops back. Rasheed Rice is
buys
open.
himself time with a
got a
hold
flag.
on
It
the
looked
play.
like a hold.
Another interception?
Tosses
Question
it
mark.
out of bounds. There's a flag on the play.
Also, I'm going to say that having the entire route of every player on there gets a little bit muddy.
Is that a neutral zone infraction? Is what I saw.
Yeah, it was defensive.
Holding offense.
What? No.
The graphic just fucked up.
Wow, dude.
The Amazon Prime.
I'm telling you, okay.
Really fucking up right
We've
now.
actually
with the
complimented
production.
Amazon Prime on this podcast quite a bit, too.
Well, yeah, I love
tonight is not going well.
We have. The production and how fast they are, it feels like AI, right? But tonight, in particular, they've been all over the place.
I feel like it's the same guy who updated that sleeper stat working.
Yeah. This is the same
Maybe
AI,
just
but
a glitch
after
in the
learning to be a
Matrix.
Nazi after 2 weeks.
if it was an AI powered system, I would just conflict with the referees and cause controversy. It's like, why did they call neutral zone infraction? The refs thought it was a hold.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
Getting one of his few deserved touches this
7
season.
yards on the play. He was starting. I have him a little bit in best ball just as like a goof because you get him in the last round or whatever.
Yeah. I don't.
Which I mean, honestly, might pan out. Like I had like a second flex position available, and it was just kind of like a toss-up sort of situation.
Yeah.
And I thought about just starting CEH in this game against what's supposed to be a shitty Broncos defense, but they're playing well today.
This is supposed to be against a shitty Broncos defense.
And like maybe they score 14 points, gets a bunch of garbage time or something like that. Rasheed Rice alone at the top of the screen. Patrick Mahomes getting a little bit of pressure. Rolls out to the right.
Oh, gets hit
Kelsey.
He gets hit, and Kelsey
Guess what it's about to be, boys?
catches
That
a
didn't look like it
reception
was intended for Kelsey.
for 15 yards. No, it did not. It looked like it was in the entirely wrong direction. Kelsey, I mean, people were slightly concerned about his availability for tonight, coming off of a low ankle sprain. He finished the game. He came in. He looked fine. If you can actually do that, you'll be fine. Kelsey runs a bit of a choice route and just sits down and drifts to the left.
I guess it was. I thought for sure he was throwing a different direction on the first angle.
Anytime I see that type of pass, it gives me that traumatic flashback to seeing Brett Favre do it in the 2009 NFC Championship as a
Kadarius
Vikings fan.
Toney, first read on the play, checks down to Isaiah Pacheco.
And he gets 7 yards, 8 yards,
Reception
9
for
yards.
somewhere between. Looks like they're going to give him that 9 yards. I think he was down before then.
It looked like he was down at the 7, but maybe he did it.
I hope someone gets in the referee's ear and moves that ball back 3 yards because that's where he was.
Or at least we get a replay.
It looked like he-
Pre-game over-under. So Travis Kelsey clears his over-under for receiving yards in the first half with a lot of time left to go. Really been the only reliable target for Mahomes thus far. Hasn't really spread it around too often. Except for checkdowns to Isaiah Pacheco. Travis Kelsey goes in motion. Pacheco gets the run. First down and some on the play. They'll be well within the goal zone, the Kansas City Chiefs, looking to...
That looked like about a 10-yard rush.
So this is where almost exactly where they were when
You're
they
not
turned the
Taylor
ball
Swift.
over.
Get off of the TV.
She is pretty cute, though, for an
But she's
athletic
not
trainer.
Taylor Swift. I want 22.
Those
Maybe
people
she's the
have,
Taylor
like,
Swift
masters.
of athletic trainers, bro. Maybe we just saw
True.
royalty in her field.
She looked very young for someone who needs like
I bet
6 years
they
of
take her to the
schooling.
sideline in like a janitor's closet.
Isaiah Pacheco gets the carry again.
Wow,
Breaks
what a
that
break
tackle.
outside, and he
Little
only moves
bit of
east
room outside.
or west. I don't know which way their stadium's
Never slimy
oriented.
worms. He was going west on that play. He was
Yeah.
not going north, but he wasn't going south. Gain
Well, I don't know if
0
they're facing north.
in
No.
Gia Field. Is that how you pronounce that? Arrowhead, the sponsor. He doesn't even
What
get
a
his chest.
badass.
Doesn't
He
even get his
did
chest to the ground.
push-ups.
Isaiah Pacheco. So that he did lose a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. 9:06 on the clock. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield.
We're going to see a play action pass here
Travis
to
Kelce in
Sky
motion.
Moore
He
for
kind
no
of
reason.
slinks off into the corner.
Oh,
And it is to him.
Not a first down. I'll take it.
Reception, gain of 8 on the play.
It seems like they're having a real hard time stopping him so far.
Yeah, imagine that. Who could have seen that coming
Yeah.
on Taylor Swift night? They'll keep it close. Russell Wilson will eventually bomb a ball down the field, and if it's incomplete or intercepted,
You
there
know
will
what?
be a PI flag thrown on
I'm
the play.
going to call that's
for a
going to
cheap
be
7 yards.
That's going to be just like what he did. What was that,
Cheap
week
7
3
points.
when they called for that Hail Mary that for no reason got caught? Week 4 maybe.
Sky Moore in motion, hasn't got a lot of looks yet this game. He
Wow,
is open.
dude,
Patrick
put him
Mahomes,
on
razzle
skates.
dazzle. Sky Moore. Was his feet in? No, ball was not.
Seemed
caught.
like they should have thrown that like quite a bit sooner.
Well, he put
4th
whoever tried to chase him
and
down
2.
in
Well,
the
he
spin
was
cycle.
he was open, like you said, Miles. But Patrick Mahomes was getting pressure. He had to do a little razzle dazzle,
Gotcha.
spin-a-roo. Watch this. He's covered. Sky Moore is. He's right here on the right-hand side of the screen. He's covered, but
Yep.
now look at the pressure
Yep.
that he's getting
Wow.
from the Broncos
Honestly,
defense.
Credit to whoever that was chasing him down.
54.
because
That's your job.
51. 51.
54.
Amateur producer Caleb here.
Yep, you're supposed to be the spotter. Uh-oh. Razzle dazzle! Fake field goal and Amazon. Are you fucking kidding
That
me?
was a bad cutaway.
Cut to the wrong camera live. I get that it's a hard job, but come on, guys. You can't be cutting to the wrong camera live.
It feels like they fell for the fake.
Well, no, what happened was the guy hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
The guy was supposed to hit the
Okay.
A button, but he hit the B button, and the B camera was on the guy standing on the sideline for no reason.
This is what's funny to me though too, because like you're not supposed to be able to air the F word on live TV, but you know that guy just said fuck right when he did that. So
Oh, for sure.
That's an implied.
Was there a timeout called on the play? Is that what happened? No, the Broncos get a stop. It's a turnover.
Wow, dude.
On the play.
Denver
Wow.
Broncos.
2 turnovers.
2023 Denver Broncos.
And
Just in
that's
case you
how you
thought
cover
we were watching an older game.
a 10.5 spread.
It's how Jamie Jakes wins a bet tonight.
Well, let's not count our $1.80 before it hatches, Miles
Yeah, dude.
Francis.
Okay, so
You
the
talking to you too?
You gotta make a mortgage payment now, dude. You need that hit.
so
You gotta keep Boston in this bandanas that he's grown accustomed to.
I will
It's a Harry
say
Potter thing. What's up?
I will say there is nobody on the Denver Broncos number 54 currently, neither actively playing or practice squad.
Interesting.
So who was number 51 was Ronnie Perkins, defensive end. He stayed with, that's what I thought I saw, stay with Patrick Mahomes on that spin cycle attempt on that third down play that really resulted in nothing, nor did the fourth
Yep,
down.
but you're
sneak.
right. That was like I think a definition of a hustle play right there. I mean,
It
he
was.
just stayed on him. Definitely the reason that they weren't able to make a completion on that, because without that pressure, that dude was wide open.
It was very consistent, and what impressed me the most about like the athleticism was how many times he had to turn his hips, open up, and still collapse back in. And
Do you think he does those same exercises that they got Dak doing before his big loss?
dude, I don't want to say yes or no because I don't want to shame anybody into feeling like a loser.
So did I hear that right? I'm a stupid fucking idiot. It was number 51.
Definitely that first part's right.
Conor
I'm still
McGregor,
waiting for clarification on the second
I thought
part.
Fitzmagic was Conor McGregor for a second. He's coming up. He's got a fight coming up. Conor
Dude.
McGregor does. No longer
okay.
USADA testing in the UFC.
50%
So-
bonuses if you want to throw down another bet on Thursday Night Football.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The thing that we've talked about is the sequel to the quarterback documentary on Netflix. The only sequel to that I felt like I was promised was at least a change in Patrick Mahomes' haircut, and I've not yet seen any progress, so I'm waiting for that. He said in it, he's like, I can't have this hair forever. I gotta get a new style. And so like if we got quarterbacks that are turning down, doing a second season, let's at least get a Patrick Mahomes haircut. I'm tired of the Taylor Swift news. Let's get two-time
I feel like
MVP.
with the Taylor Swift news, we're way less likely to get quarterback season 2 than we are to get tight end season 1.
Yeah, that's very true. But
Well, Matt Stafford is confirmed. I think one of us did call that. We had a whole
not me.
short
Not
about
me.
it.
All mine were OU quarterbacks.
Who
so-
else is confirmed? Anybody other than Stafford?
Nope.
Dude, I bet Mariota's like, please.
He might be the only one.
Mariota wants back in
Javonte Williams again.
for gain of
Still
2,
pushing,
maybe.
Not much there.
Jump cut in the backfield, not much to
I'll
work
play
with.
with
Gets a
this
gain of
boy.
3 on the play. A little bit of breathing room.
And around halftime, we should be visited by another guest at this point.
Oh yeah, Tharva B is still planning on coming tonight. And look at this, we got a short game.
We
The
do.
Tharva B magic.
We do. Look at that's actually
Because he could have
very
definitely showed up and it been just like
a slaughterhouse.
40-0 in
Yeah.
the first quarter.
Dude, even Dallas has given us one of those games this year, and that's fucking saying something. All right, Marvin Mims on the field.
Drink. Already just did.
Yeah, Mims is on. McLaughlin's on.
Oh, that looks like a design play to him,
Rolls
possibly.
out to the right. He's
He
gonna
was
throw it
the
away.
first read, it
No,
looked
he
like.
completes it.
That
Yeah.
was a complete pass.
Wow.
Under what
He
looked like
pumped-
triple coverage.
Yeah, it really
He
did.
pump faked somebody so hard that I thought he was going to throw it away. Completion to Greg Dulcich.
Dulcet. So Mims was
Oh,
his first
sidearm
read.
action.
Dude, that was a statement to Mahomes. He's like, I fucking invented that pass. I
That's
played
what I'm
baseball too.
saying.
I played baseball too.
That's what I'm saying, Caleb B. Davis.
Yeah,
they
you
are
would
the
say
same
these are
quarterback this
very.
year.
They are running very similar operations right now.
You
No.
could put Russell Wilson in this Kansas City Chiefs offense with Andy Reid. Same
Dude,
result.
I do not disagree with that.
Jared Goff's better than both.
The team is better on the Kansas City side indefinitely, all around. Oh, that
boy.
was a miss on.
Holy
looked like
shit! And he tries.
was
to throw
that
an
Jerry
interception.
Jeudy who read that wrong?
I think Russell Wilson read that wrong because he threw it right in between
Holy
two.
shit! Just for nothing. You ready for him to punt it back
Defenders.
to Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm really not cool with how much Kansas City is having the ball right now.
Especially this close to their own end zone.
Yeah,
already.
Russell Wilson's had a. What the fuck was
Dude,
that?
he was blinking when
Oh,
he
he got
got
a
that.
little
tipped.
tip on it.
I don't know that was a
Literally
difference
just a
maker,
finger-
though.
That looked like it
might have
misdirected
been-
the ball for sure.
It might have been an interception if it wasn't tipped. At the
Honestly,
line.
I could see that,
One of
especially
those
with
plays.
Russell Wilson's looks, or I'm sorry,
punts
his
away,
luck.
deep punt.
Oh,
he
fumbles it.
But he
Oh, that's a
collects it.
questionable approach on that down.
Speaking of fair catches, I did notice that we have long missed. There have officially been fair catch kickoffs, which is a shame.
It is
Only
shameful.
one or two so
But it
far.
has been done.
I love that Pat McAfee's now on ESPN and he will roast. He'll do a whole segment about a person who called for a fair catch on a kick return.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has sway. Like he's in every single locker room. You know they have Pat McAfee on the screen in every single locker room, right?
For sure.
He's the second most entertaining sports guys on the air, apart from us, because I'm
Yeah.
not a part of that. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be watching the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, and I love that he has sway now in like the culture of the NFL because that is a bullshit rule. I hate it.
Hey, that reminds me. How do you guys feel about him paying Aaron Rodgers to do those guest spots on his show?
I thought it was obvious that Aaron Rodgers was making a lot of money for those guys.
I kind of thought the same too, but everyone else
I was
being.
surprised people thought that was news. So I was like, you think Aaron Rodgers is doing that for free? What I was surprised to find out is Aaron Rodgers didn't want to take any money for it.
That does sound.
kind of had to force feed him the money.
That does sound.
Wait,
unlike
what?
Aaron
That doesn't
Rodgers.
make sense. What's happening?
Yeah.
Why? If Aaron Rodgers didn't want to take money for it, why would they have to pay it? Is it in his contract?
No, Pat McAfee's gave him a bonus.
Yeah, just basically like,
They
especially.
broke like a YouTube live record. They had more live viewers. They had 500,000 live viewers. 500,000 individual accounts watching a YouTube video. Like,
That is impressive.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And they have like 80,000 daily live concurrent viewers. So that's not, that doesn't even count people who like watch
it
for the first
after.
15 minutes
Yeah.
and pause it and log off.
That's like actually actively connected with Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers for a duration.
And that's
of
just
an hour.
YouTube. That doesn't count all the other ESPN.
Oh, and they go live on like Twitter and Facebook.
His
and-
reach is extraordinary.
Dude,
right now.
yeah, actually, a huge shout out to Pat McAfee for just being the Kardashian of NFL sports podcasting.
He deserves it too. He's so fucking good at it.
He is, dude. He's
Like-
always been such an entertaining character on the field, off the field. It's never mattered. And
There's
and
very
it's,
few people who can just walk into the world of wrestling, professional wrestling, WWE, play themselves, and be a fucking hit on a show like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WrestleMania where they go to the kid and like, what do you want to see tonight? And he goes, I want to see Pat McAfee tonight. Like,
It's wild, dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you're right. But he is a massive WWE fan growing up.
Absolutely,
in
yeah.
Pittsburgh, so
you
he
can
gets
see
the
it.
game.
There's people that do it and they transition really, really well into it. And you can tell when you have that much charisma.
Great
a
block
little bit
by
of
that running back.
athleticism.
Travis Kelce again for a first down,
another
gain of
first for
13.
him.
But they did bring him up sort of slow. They actually had him through NXT, I think. I think he had a couple.
Yeah.
I think he had a storyline with NXT, and somebody else they ended up throwing in the garbage anyway. So Pat McAfee since then has been like, oh, I want to really baffles me why I lost that cage match. It didn't really make sense to me at the time, and now I'm beating Austin Theory, who's like literally like one of the best wrestlers in like the sport right now.
For sure.
He's like, oh, I beat Austin Theory, but I lost this. Like, that would be like Patrick Mahomes going down to the XFL and just like going 0-8 for the season.
That's
what that would
That's
be
a good
like,
one. That's a
you
good
know?
way to put that, yeah. So we're at 5 minutes and 37 seconds counting down in the second quarter. Travis Kelce sidelined with a second down. Kansas City in the huddle breaking, listening to Kermit the Frog call the play.
Kermit the Frog lines up in shotgun as I have Pacheco to his right. Kadarius Toney back on the field on the bottom of the screen. Goes in motion.
Oh, and that
pitch to
was
Isaiah Pacheco.
for a screen.
Runs for a
Very
first down.
creative.
Very fun run there.
They
And
got
he'll be-
bonus points for creativity on that.
Yeah, they pitch it to Isaiah Pacheco on the right after they bring in Kadarius Toney on motion.
And then he even peeled back on that
Peeled
too.
back, yeah.
Not in the dirty way, in terms of like check blocking people or going for their ankles or anything. He did it clean, and it was, I think, a play or two ago now too. Even whether it was Pacheco or CEH, I didn't check or see, but that was a great pass block that they had for Mahomes.
Right tackle also pulling on the play. Pass
Yep,
Mahomes
Sky
in
Moore in
shotgun.
motion. Play action to Pacheco, downfield for Kelce, nearly intercepted, but completed
And no touchdown. We'll take it.
at the 7-yard line.
Let's keep him out of the end zone,
No,
people. That's the
that
goal
was like
tonight.
The 9.
Oh,
Taylor
Taylor.
Swift,
Who's she
drink.
hugging?
And
Brady?
Miss Piggy.
Brittany Mahomes. That's a double drink.
Yeah, I mean,
Gilby Davis, do you want to do play-by-play?
I can do play-by-play.
That's what you're doing right now. Do you want to take it over?
I can. I
Okay.
can do it.
All right, I'll be third man in the booth and I'll be producer.
Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make
no,
that
it's fine.
static.
Caleb,
That's
you just fucked
I
up into
caught
a
us up.
promotion, bro.
And I'll be stat guy and I'll be spotter. Go ahead, Gilby Davis. Take it
Rashi
away.
Rice in motion, right-hand side of Mahomes is Pacheco. Ball not snapped yet, waiting at the line. Noah Gray, first read. Second read, Mahomes is scrambling, getting chased down, throws it away. Out of the back left side of the end zone. So they'll get
Rashi
set.
Rice on the target, it looked like.
It
Second
did not
and
really
goal.
look like anyone was actually open on that play. That was good defense.
That was very
once
good
again by the
coverage.
Broncos.
I like to think that Rashi Rice was open on that play.
He was the most open.
Mr.
As a fantasy
Smooth.
football manager of Rashi
He was
Rice.
the most open on
I
that
wasted a
play.
second round draft pick, a 2.11.
See, I
Rashi
picked up Rice late, and I felt good about it, and I was keeping him on my bench
Wow.
for a while, seeing if he was going to blow up.
7 targets for Kelce. No other receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs has exceeded 3. Mahomes takes
Keep it out of Kelce,
hands it out of
Sandy's blocking,
Pacheco
that's
up
great.
the center, and he gets about 6 yards on that, possibly more. Maybe
I'm
maybe
okay
5.
with a Chiefs score here. I think Jamie would prefer a field goal to a touchdown. I'm fine with that too.
What I see happening here is a possible touchdown, only to force Denver to have to make a 2-minute drill down the field. They're going to struggle, but Russell Wilson's going to have to really throw prayers.
I just don't want to see Kelsey be the one.
Kelsey lining up to the left side in the slot. Sky Moore off his back left ankle. McKinnon in the backfield with Mahomes in shotgun taking the snap. Passed out to the right side.
To Kadarius
Toney.
Kelsey.
Not
Again,
Travis Kelsey.
only,
Touchdown.
Dude, what a meme photo. Every photo I've seen of Kadarius Toney just looks like he's trying to look like a meme, I feel like. I can't take him seriously. I don't know what it is.
He's trying to be a silly goof.
Bro, his smile looks so fake, but his eyes look so happy. So, like, I'm conflicted. It's crazy, dude.
It's like that episode of How I Met Your Mother where they cover, like, depending on if they cover the guy's top half of his face or his bottom half, either looks like a really happy person or a psychopath.
He looks like an anime character, is what Kadarius Toney looks like.
He does, dude. He looks like the bad guy, too. And there's a flag on the extra point.
Weirdly enough, every time he talks, his mouth is not in sync with what he's saying.
Yeah, I've noticed that, dude. He reminds me of Kodak Black. He reminds me of the NFL Kodak Black, where he wants to drive the boat. And
Not
it's
very
like,
talented, but gets a lot of opportunities.
yeah, and it's like makes content for everything. False start. They're gonna be moving this PAT back.
I don't like Kadarius Toney.
He's definitely not the guy.
No.
He's not.
He's not a wide receiver one. He wouldn't be a wide receiver one in any other football team.
He should donate most of his proceeds from his contract to Henry Ruggs.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of them's still in the NFL. One of them's not.
I don't know enough about Kadarius Toney from what I've seen of
Is that
him
the
this
flag
season.
still on the field? Are the
That
refs
is the
really
flag
that
still
dog?
on-
No, it's a streamer. It's a yellow
Oh, that's
streamer.
from the top of the. Oh no, those
From
are
the
red.
confetti. Kick
I
us
think
up,
it's
kick
just a
us
fan thing.
Oh, is that Taylor Swift in the back of the end zone doing one of her?
I actually lived in Topeka, Kansas for a while when I was a kid, and the mascot, the one we just saw dancing there from the Kansas City Chiefs, visited my school once. I never understood why he was like a raccoon or whatever.
What?
The Kansas City
Interesting.
Chiefs mascot. Have you ever seen him?
I'm gonna pull it up because I wanted to know what
Like a
animal
fox
it was.
or like a raccoon, maybe?
Well, you
It's
know
not-
why they couldn't make their mascot a chief?
No,
right?
please do explain. Play by play.
Well, dogs are better, or raccoons or wolves might be better. I don't know.
Than
I didn't get a quite long enough look at that kicker's forearm to have a formulated opinion on the matter.
So what if this is what we do? What if we trade quarters doing play-by-play?
I like that. I like that.
You get the fourth quarter, I'll take the third quarter. You get the
And
rest.
I'll take the first and the second. You got it.
You want to do play-by-play?
Actually, I will, but it's not going to go the way you want it to.
Hey, actually, so the Kansas City Chiefs have two mascots. They have someone named Warpaint,
That sounds problematic.
Yeah.
and then they've got,
I think he might be retired.
and then they've got one named Casey Wolf. That
That's-
sounds a
it's
lot
a wolf,
better.
yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry, R.I.P. Warpaint.
Well, I think Casey Wolf is problematic now too because Chiefsaholic did armed robbery.
So I will.
Yeah, that's the one that came to my school.
I bet that
Wearing those same
has
pants.
looked- wow, and they've never gone
story.
out of style. Thanks, Mom Jeans. All right, now I'm gonna do a lot more research on this Warpaint character.
Warpaint sounds like a Mortal Kombat fighter.
He does. He sounds like I forget what the Native American Mortal Kombat fighter they have, but he sounds like that should be his name. Do you know
Yeah,
I'm
what is
talking
that
about?
guy's name? I know exactly what you're talking about. Tomahawk. That's racist. I don't know.
I mean, it's not what the Kansas City Chief fans do in the stadium. Like
That's
they chop,
for sure.
They do that
He,
chop.
he did have like it's like an ethereal. Oh my god, all the Kelsey families in this commercial.
I've seen this one.
That's
Yeah,
Mom
I've seen
Kelsey.
that.
I've seen this one.
Spicy chicken noodle. I fuck with that.
You guys want to order some?
Holy shit.
Spicy chicken noodle soup. Can
So-
we get a Kelsey to deliver it to us?
Okay, I apologize.
With the Pfizer vaccination for
Yeah.
COVID and the flu.
Yeah.
So, okay, I need to apologize right now. Warpaint is the name of the horse that gallops the Kansas City
that
Chiefs
sounds
Stadium.
less problematic.
It's so
actually.
much less
Alright.
problematic.
Alright.
That's progress.
That's progress.
Let's go Warpaint.
It's a horse.
But he was
Horse to be
definitely.
named Warpaint. That's a sweet name.
Well, he was written by a man named Bob Johnson who wore one of the
Headdresses?
headdresses.
A tribal headdress.
Yeah, so that definitely Bob Johnson was
That
not
was
awarded.
Jamie's alternative plan instead of sombrero when they signed for the house.
That's funny.
They did bury Native Americans in our backyard.
I hope so.
Yeah. That explains why the cabinets open by themselves.
I hope
Yeah.
so. That's someone who really likes westward expansion.
For the record, only one of my cabinets open at the time, and it's only partially open if Natalie's watching live at home.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's
Natalie's not here. My girlfriend who lives with me.
Do you keep cabinets open on a regular basis and she gets mad about it?
Yeah.
So that happens to me too.
Yeah.
I'm honestly probably the person that left that half cracked, if I'm being completely honest.
No, it was definitely me because I grabbed the glass.
I grabbed a solo cup.
Oh, it was you, stupid bitch.
Hey, dude, I told you.
Hey, at least it's not like I don't say that's a punishable crime though, because at least it's not like
being a
leaving
stupid
lights
bitch, I
on.
appreciate it, because I would not make it far in life if I couldn't be one.
9
Well,
on
I
the
think
play
you
clock.
would
They're gonna have to
be
get this
in a
playoff
better
fast. Kelsey
position.
Davis, your play-by-play.
3:06 on the clock in the second. Jerry Jeudy in motion with a play-action handoff. Russell Wilson sidearms, and it is blocked
Deflected.
by George Karlaftis.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. The clock has stopped at 3:03 with 32 seconds counting down on the play clock for the Denver Broncos.
I like to think that you'll just say a name confidently and assume that no one's going to fact check.
Well, at least it's not a number like 54.
That's how Jamie lost his job. He used to be the play-by-play guy here.
All right,
Couldn't
they're
get
going back
numbers
up to
right.
the line of scrimmage here
That is
with
hard.
tight end number 84 Manhurts in, as well as Troutman, Jeudy in motion. It's a real handoff this
Williams
time
again.
to Javonte Williams up the left seam, and the pile gets pushed. He gets about, I'll say 7 on that play, maybe 8.
I would say 8.5. Caleb B.
I was
Davis.
thinking the same, but it depends on where they're going to spot this. And you've already called that the refs are going to keep this interesting with 2 minutes and 43 seconds counting down
You're
on the play
gosh
clock.
darn right they are. There'll be a blatant hold, no call on this play
Broncos-
for a first down.
The
or something
first half
like that.
possessions for the Broncos have been
Not great.
not fantastic.
Yeah,
Downs,
for-
punt, turnover, or downs, turnover, punt.
For all the shit I've been talking about Russell Wilson so far and how great he's playing, he's been horrible.
Well, and
Outside of one sweet
and
To be
sound.
fair, though, not really that far off
going
of
back up
Mahomes,
to
like
the
you
line
mentioned.
of scrimmage.
Also been horrible. Yeah, you're right.
Russell Wilson calls action, passes, rolls out for a run. It looks like a
boy.
designed run, and
Sack.
he's brought down.
I would argue if
fourth
if
down.
Kelsey played on the Broncos right now and everything else was the same, the Broncos would be up 10-0 in this game.
Drew Tranquil on the tackle.
I'm going to say I agree with you because of how
See how I did
great
that,
of an
Caleb Davis?
asset. Huh?
See how I did that?
I did see that.
Okay.
So I think in terms of what kind of asset Travis Kelce is as a pass blocker, as well as a great screen pass catcher, and overall, he's got great hands.
Without even though he hasn't scored a touchdown this game, Travis
Two-minute
Kelce is the reason the Chiefs are having the success that they
absolutely.
are. He's been the biggest mover down the field.
Most
He's
targets.
the big target for this kid and Mahomes.
and Experian just fucks with it. Wow.
It's weird that Kelce is wearing a generic version of his own jersey in this.
Well, he has to, or they have to pay the NFL for the sponsorship.
It honestly looks more like those really shitty Arizona Cardinals home jerseys.
It doesn't look Chiefs-like at all, for sure.
It looks Experian-ish. It looks like it's going to raise your credit score, possibly.
Travis Kelce is so handsome. You know who I saw on a commercial on HETV multiple times in my office?
The
And I was
Property
like, I know
Brothers.
that guy was Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about him?
He was on a commercial in my office for like Swift.com or something like
Nice,
that.
dude.
And I was talking to my patient and I was like, I looked at the TV, it said HETV on, I had Bargain Block on, and I was like, I know that fucking guy. I texted him and was like, were you on the Swift commercial? And he was like, yeah, dude. I was like, oh, I just saw it. And he was like, cool.
Yeah, I've seen him open like at shows that I've actually paid to go to before.
Cheyenne's one of the funniest people we haven't seen. He's great.
fucking hilarious. I love his comedy.
Yeah.
Well, he'll
very
be on my
creative.
December show for Just for Jokers, but that's way too far in advance to promote.
I don't think so. We're at halftime of the Chiefs-Broncos game. I think
No, he's legitimately one of my favorite comedians in town. Also, legitimately nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Will, give you the time if he thinks you're a nice person.
he opened for Chris Porter. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw him open for Chris Porter, who's one of my favorite comics. Dude, that experience I actually had at Hyenas pissed me off because I paid
What's that?
I paid for the late show, and I got there and I had a beer outside at a bar before I got
Oh,
there.
you had the beer at the bar and they didn't count that towards your
No, that's not the problem, because I already knew that was the case, but I had a beer in me. I get to the show, I see people lining up, and it was like 7:30, and the first show was supposed to start at like 7, so I was like, are they already lining people up for the late show? So I got in line. At Hyenas, they just check you at that podium, and then they let you in.
Yeah.
So they let me into the early show. I got to see the early show, and I noticed it right before his set. And I walked up to the podium. I was like, hey guys, I'm really sorry. I think y'all let me in for the early show. I was here for the late show. They're like, well, you can stay for both if you want. And I was like, well, can I get my drink minimums covered then? And like, I'll have a few drinks. I just don't want to have to pay 2 drinks per me and my girlfriend each time. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. So their manager came up to me and like almost got physical with me, trying to get me out when I was just trying to talk to my server at the end of the show. So then they told me that I was not allowed to come back in to watch the late show, like the people up front told me.
Oh wow.
Made me really upset. I feel terrible because I got to meet Chris Porter after, and he was like, dude, I fucking hate when venues do shit like this. He gave me one of every single thing he was selling at his merch stand signed, and I still bought something from him because I wanted to buy something from him at the time anyways, but it was an awful Hyenas experience. I've been there multiple times, never been treated like that there. But
Is that for Fort Worth?
no, that was the Dallas one. And it was some like young kid too, and I wasn't being disrespectful or anything. He's like, if you don't leave right now, I'm calling the cops. I was like, dude.
Oh, that's Nate Gardoni for sure.
And he fucking put his hands on me, and I was like, hey man, if you want to call the cops, are you going to tell them that you put your hands on me? And he was like, all right man, you had your chance. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I paid my bill, I tipped like $25 because like it's not the server's fault this guy's being a dick. And yeah, so been there, done that. Back to football. 1:49 left, and Patrick Mahomes lines up behind, not his guard, Bryce Young, and Kirk. You've done that. He agrees. Kelsey in motion, back outside of Rashee Rice, but underneath Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I don't like how open he is
McKinnon
right
takes it for about 4 yards before he stumbles.
Did he just fall in open field, or did he get tripped up?
He kind of got tripped up, but not in the same way that Kelsey did last week against Minnesota, where he got
the ankle
problem. So Mahomes hurries back up, second down.
I'm just saying, if the Chiefs are up by 10,
goes deep,
half,
an interception!
Yes! A big interception.
Moving back up past the 50 now on their own side of the field with the flag thrown.
Kareem Jackson.
What was Mahomes looking at here? There's got to be
there's a pass interference or like a defensive holding here. There has to be.
Oh no, the refs are going to cheat for the Chiefs again.
Wow, okay.
Alright, let's see the replay.
Pass interference ruled on Mathis.
Not the man who intercepted the ball. Let's see. Sky Moore on the route. We're watching the replay right now.
Literally, there it is right there.
That was such... Dude,
are you serious?
What a great flop.
And look how bad of a pass this is otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
didn't show
terrible call.
That was a bad call and
then
very bad pass.
And then
he tried to throw another pick.
And he almost threw another freaking interception. Bro, and he came for that ball just out of sheer vengeance. He was like, all right, guys, sure.
That's kind of the old ball don't lie statement. It looked like he was trying to make a point there because that was some bullshit. Okay, show the entire replay.
What a bite.
Oh, no,
this was just this most recent play. But
I want to see the replay from the flag again.
I do too.
Terrible.
I want to see it not in slow motion either, so that way you can see how literally minimal type of contact that was for that type of reaction.
Also, just without that, pretend that contact did or didn't happen. Maybe it was even a fair call. The pass was not good.
It was still.
And they did not show that.
Wow, dude.
Another
and that
checkdown
was also an awful freaking pass.
Ball don't lie, Caleb B. Davis.
Good job, Jerick McKinnon.
Conveniently sitting right under the betting line right now, for what it's worth. Of those, everybody keep it dragging home.
Yeah. Interesting.
3rd and 10 with 1:08 left in the second.
That was a terrible call.
That really was
so bad. That was so bad. I was like, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. We know the refs are going to cheat for the Chiefs this game. That's what they've done all season because Taylor Swift is there.
Jerick McKinnon in motion back into the backfield to the right side of Mahomes as they're just on the back side of their 50 at the 48. Mahomes drops back, over 2 seconds to throw, over 4 seconds to throw. No passing, 6.7.
A terrible hold that they just ignored. Everyone saw that. Even in Prime Vision, it was zoomed out.
Yeah, and they threw a flag. Okay, I was about to say.
Jesus Christ, I'm about to have an aneurysm.
Dude.
Holy shit, that better be, okay, yeah. When they go to the tackle, looking frustrated, you know it was such a bad hold.
Dude, but why, I love seeing the refs
There might be grounding too, they might be talking about grounding here.
Well, the refs giggling through this shit too just drives me nuts. After the play,
holding on the offense.
What the fuck? How do you have
intentional intentional grounding.
Both.
Hey, how do they have both of those after the play? They call 2 plays on the offense after the play. You're going to call a hold after the play. You're going to call a pass interference after the play. I know, I'm sorry, I'm being picky, and I fuck up and do shit like that too, like hyperbolic or whatever.
Hyperbolic.
Yeah, so fuck these refs.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why you bet the Broncos plus 10.5, because the referees are going to keep it close, but they're going to let the Chiefs win at the end.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a sketchy intentional grounding call that they're going to give, because he was really far out by the numbers even. But
Patrick
dude,
Mahomes having a horrible game. If you're playing against him in fantasy, you got to be feeling good.
Oh, dude,
Travis
the
Kelce
second
gotten literally every single
second
reception.
half has not even started yet, dude. He's a half guy. Like, he can have an explosive half and then do nothing. I was going to actually say that's why I'm excited about CEH, because Pacheco might just not be needed at some point in this game, where it's like, you know what, let's give CEH the ball. And is this a Marvin Mims return?
Yeah, drink.
Hey, to that, actually, I did see a tweet about Marvin Mims when I looked him up to see if there were any injury reports, and it said the only chance the Broncos have of scoring today is a punt return by Marvin Mims. I have just some Broncos fan just, harassing the internet.
Patrick Mahomes 14 for 22, 156 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not a great stat line, especially for name is Patrick Mahomes. 109 of those yards are by Travis Kelce. So,
and he's got to have at least, 9 targets and 7 receptions still?
roughly 70% of the Kansas City total offensive receiving yards by Travis Kelce. 7 receptions, 109 yards.
Giving a
0.
Kelce flash on the sideline. No sign of Taylor in a minute, guys.
She's in the bathroom.
That 13.
Marvin Mims all the way
good.
back. Marvin
Here we
Mims.
go. Russell
I think we're
Wilson.
up to 4. Taylor Swift.
47 seconds on the play
I
clock.
still feel like it's 3, but we should have
First
the
and
stat check
10
that.
for the Denver Broncos. We've got P. Ryan in the backfield, Sutton out to the right.
I'm sure Draft Kings have been tracking the.
Russell Wilson passed down to P. Ryan.
Screen on the play.
Oh, and he rushes it up for an easy first down, 14 yards on the play approximately. Or
We should open
16.
a drag queen themed sports book to compete with DraftKings and call it
Drag
Draft Queens.
Queens. That's it, dude.
We
That
should
is
start a
great.
podcast where we have drag queens on to talk about football.
I love that
Oh,
idea. Yeah.
Draft Queens. Yeah.
You know,
That
a
would be
fantasy
great.
football
we
podcast.
could
That's
do
a
video
very
podcast
niche
every month.
That's a very niche
They
market.
gender bend various NFL players. So, we get like a
Marvin
bearded
Mims.
woman, Aaron Rodgers type.
Cortland Sutton. Sorry, I'm
Nope,
an idiot.
you're good. Hey, I think Marvin Mims has changed his number at least twice this season too, because I thought he was 89 for a minute, and then now he's 19. But I thought he might have even been another number before that. I don't know. I'm not going to text him or anything. I also don't know him like that.
I don't know Marvin Mims at all, other than I like the way he plays football.
He do be ballin', you know what I mean? All right. Oh, and a design terrible fucking play call if you're trying to keep your time from running off the clock. I think you should have called the timeout there, but
Yeah, you were really pushing it. How many? You got 2 timeouts left.
I mean, I get it. But dude, you're not going for a field goal here if you're Russell Wilson. You
Well,
can't.
you are if you're trying to keep that betting
Dude,
line.
and then they just called their timeout 5 seconds after that plays.
That was mismanaged. You're right, Caleb B. Davis.
That was bad.
They were indecisive with that timeout usage. They, questionable play call, and then they let 4 seconds run off the clock. If you're going to use that timeout, you call it right when that player is catching the ball.
Yep.
A horrible blunder by Sean Payton there, Caleb B.
And
Davis.
he's generally not the type of person to have pause in his decision making. He's willing to tell his quarterback that he needs to focus more on football, and not go kiss babies or whatever.
Sean Payton did say that about his quarterback.
And there's not any follow-up statement I've gotten from Russell about that. I hope he just took it on the chin and
Or Team
smartened
3.
up. 28 seconds left. Russell Wilson's about to take the snap. 6 seconds on their play clock.
P. Ryan in the backfield.
He calls it. Looks like a pass.
Lot of
that,
pressure,
oh
lot of
my
pressure.
goodness, dude! That was just disastrous. Now 4th down with 20 seconds left, counting down for the Denver Broncos. It looks like they might just
They're
send this
just giving
into.
up.
It looks
Chris
like they might
Jones
just let
up
this
the
go
sack.
into the half.
They're just giving up. I hate a give up at halftime. That's when honestly, I think that's a huge mistake. Like, you have so little faith in your quarterback that you can't let them have a shot at not doing a pick six.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you've got to do. Get a ball downfield, get out of bounds, bounds, take a chip shot at a record field goal even.
Yeah,
And
something.
worst case scenario, you miss. Like,
Just effort.
yeah. I feel like it's such a, like, in a 10-point game, how much better would you feel about going into this locker room 3-10 instead of 0-10?
Very true, and they did call a timeout before it was recognized by the stoppage of the clock. The clock did not continue counting down after 22 seconds, and it looks like they are going to punt this ball or do a really
I don't
horrible
understand
attempt to fake
why
it.
the clock stopped.
Well, they used their last timeout.
Why?
I really don't know. I think
That makes zero sense.
They should have literally just let that go into half. There were 33 seconds on the play clock, and they were counting down from
That
24.
literally, there's like no justification for that.
No, that's
just
that's
happened?
horrible coaching. I don't know. That's a horrible decision on the coaching portion.
If the
And-
Chiefs score here, this
Dude.
is absolutely.
Because was there an injury on the play that we missed?
No, nothing. They got the defense out onto the, or I'm sorry, they got the special teams unit out onto the field. Looked like there was there was a last called timeout, and now there's a penalty.
Illegal touching.
Oh,
Jesus fucking
great.
Christ. What a clusterfuck.
Wow, and that moves the Chiefs closer to
With
their own
3
end zone
timeouts.
with 15 seconds on the clock and 3 timeouts.
3 plays.
Yeah, easily. Wow, dude, great job. I like how he totally didn't touch that pylon either. Oh my god, dude.
He didn't even have to touch it.
He didn't.
He could have just let it bounce out of bounds. He's just an idiot.
Dude, just awful football being played right now. And watch, I
Yeah.
don't even think the Chiefs can score here. I'm not gonna
If
lie.
they do though, this is like gonna go like this is just absolute blunder city.
Nice, dude.
Jared McKinnon, big lick on the play.
Exactly
Takes.
5 seconds off the clock.
Yep, there's
One
two
of their
more of
one of their
those.
timeouts gone.
You know what? I take that back. I'm not going to say I don't see them scoring. I don't know if I see them scoring a touchdown. I can at least see a field goal here. And either way, like, again, there's no justifying that. Timeout called.
What
on the
what
Broncos.
like I really want to know what that was. Are you on Twitter right now trying to figure out what's happening?
Jaquan McMillan on the tackle. I think they just really fucked that up, as far as I can tell.
That's Sean Payton, right?
Yeah.
He knows how football works.
Dude, that better not have been. Oh, first timeout? Well, I guess that was already a no shit. I don't know why they called it back up on the screen. Dude, Sean Payton, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, Twitter is reacting to that. Yeah, it was just
That's
a blunder,
horrific,
coaching
dude.
blunder.
Oh, Mahomes up the center, second
boy.
and 4. Oh my god, dude. Oh, and that's a fucking hit right there. You're an upfield player. Don't you go crying to your fucking
Yeah,
refs, dude.
shut up, Patrick.
All right,
you stupid
look.
idiot.
I recognize talent, but shit, bro, don't bitch about it, right?
So that'll be. I mean, their kicker has enough leg.
Now they're getting mouthy.
They have one more timeout.
Their kicker does.
They only
they
have
take
time
it-
for one play.
Do they take a quick shot and then try to call the timeout with a second
No,
one?
I think
I
we're
don't
going to
think
see
they'll
a
have enough
60-yard
time.
field goal attempt here.
I
I
honestly think Butker's gonna make it, and then I hope the Broncos bully themselves in the locker room like they deserve. See, dude, this is the type of shit that my buddy bullies me about because I'm a fan of the Mavericks, and he's like, Luka's a crybaby, Luka Doncic.
he kind of got hit in the head.
He
but
did, but he was a
wasn't that
scrambling
bad.
quarterback at that point, and it really, compared to Tua last season, shut up.
Yep, they are.
18% chance to make it from this distance, according to the Prime Vision.
According to just a made-up stat.
Yeah, because Prime has been fucking shitting the bed all evening, so let's just
Who's
definitely
doing worse
say,
right now? Amazon Prime on TNF or Sean Payton as a football coach?
Definitely Sean Payton. I
Pretty
have to say.
breezy here. Yeah,
It
this
is,
be
and
a
it's going
three-point swing.
against him to the right. It looks like a little bit. Oh, and he got it.
That looks good.
He got it. That's easy money. for
Good.
Butker.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Crushed it. Absolutely smoked it. Would have been good from 66.
And you've got to be asking yourself right now why those 3 points are on this board.
And there's-
Sean Payton had the ability to run that out to the half. I would really love to see a sideline reporter ask him what the fuck was he doing.
And he rolled his plant foot, dude. He wasn't even like his plant foot at the front. He rolled that, dude. He could have put more power into that if he didn't slip a little bit. They showed that in the replay. Thank you, Prime Vision, for giving me one thing that wasn't just absolute dog shit.
And we're going
Wow.
to half here.
Wow.
Stay tuned with us. We're going to have some snacks. We're going to drink some beer. And we'll see you on the other
Taylor Swift night football.
side.
I have this problem on my phone where I guess I'm an old man now and I forget to lock my screen a lot of the time. So I'll just be in the health app for no reason and I'm like, what's
I do that
going
too.
on?
Except I have auto lock on my phone, but it's if I put it up without it, I get that.
Damn, dude, I can't believe. First of all, it's only 13-0 with how sloppy the Denver Broncos offense is, but their defense is just really doing the most. That's not a sustainable way to win a football game.
We got Raph tuning in with us.
Oh yeah.
So I also have another joke where I think that my haircut is for Halloween, so I can go with my favorite founder of NASA, Werner von Braun, who's an ex-Nazi. I think that's dumb but funny.
Yeah, it's wordy.
It is wordy.
I don't know if Werner von Braun is famous enough to do a whole joke about. Maybe you saw it. Maybe you say you saw it.
Favorite.
A Nazi.
My favorite Nazi? Yeah, I went after my look. My favorite Nazi is the look. Not specifically, but that's the way it turns out. I do like my own joke better. That one definitely means something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was at, I tried to go to Comedy Arena again this last Monday, just this week, and I ended up having to leave because Layla's dad had another little medical emergency that was kind of unfortunate. So, I have a lot of new material I wanted to try out. Luckily, he's fine now, so
Good.
give that a shot. Or at least, you know, we're even better.
Did you get a new pipe? A little eyeball chillin'?
No, I've had him.
Oh, nice.
It's way last week.
Are you going to Noah's mic after this too?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably.
I have to get up so fucking stupid early in the morning.
Dude, I just.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty sleepy right now, honestly. Just sitting by the campfire and drinking more beer, which sounds really good right now. So I'm gonna do that instead.
I started a new job at a brunch place, and so like I had to start. I mean, it's really not as early as I've ever had to get up for any of my jobs. Because I used to work in the merchandising department at Academy, and so I'd be there from 3 o'clock in the morning until noon every day. I mean, low-key, I kind of fucked with it because I would take a nap after and then have like my afternoon, and then like I just kind of slept in shifts, like 4 hours here, 4 hours there.
Like Kramer and Seinfeld that one time.
Basically, dude, I'm always in my apartment.
I think they just gave him
AKA
enough
my
opportunities
upstairs
there to get in there.
parents' house.
You know, early on.
I really want somebody to talk about what happened at the end of that fucking. I'm like, I feel very like
Is that many?
something weird just happened. It makes it weirder that nobody's talking about it.
But this is what
We're talking about.
I mean, on this TV.
I do agree.
Like, that's the type of shit that makes me think this shit really is real. Like, if like something blatantly.
They might have covered it on the broadcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to listen and I
I
was
would
hearing
have to hope. I would have to hope at the very least, because even Arms that well know Prime Vision has the same announcers as regular Prime Watch
put points
or
on the
whatever.
board, but you got to give credit to this Denver defense.
Let's hope, dude.
How they've been
One of
struggling.
these commentators needs to want some smoke and
They're
send some
playing
shots
hard
at.
football today. You see them getting pressure. They've been
That's smoke.
glass and pressure.
What would Pat McAfee say?
Oh, he's already tweeting about it. I want to see if he's tweeting about it. That'd be crazy.
Honestly, look that up.
How is going?
Yeah.
He's gonna be there. He's strapping. This is one of the reasons this defense.
How are y'all handling the Twitter X switch? Should I just say Twitter still? Is everybody still doing that?
Yeah, I do.
Like tape it. Or tape
He's
it.
finding different ways to impact the game.
Yeah.
He's one of the
Yeah,
best players on this team, and regardless of circumstance, he's going to be there. His name isn't on the trade block, and it's great to see him playing well.
This team gives up 37 points a game on average, so you got to be happy.
1 minute ago, that was beautiful. What a ball, baby, at butt kicker.
This is the
But
first time that the Broncos
no mention, no mention at all to the clock management. Only just a celebration.
Look at this play in the first half. I mean, not really anything to get too excited about. We talked about it in the briefing room. We want to see him take the first part of this offense. Start off here early. Sean Payton's trying to get him moving out of the pocket. This is right before the half. There's nothing there.
That's the most entertaining thing.
This one, quarter down.
I'll get my weekly podcast picture when we get back into it.
Constantly on the other side. And here they try to run play action. They were running it.
Look, okay, I want you to see this for what I saw. They replayed this and look at these plant football.
To me,
So like, he
No, that's normal.
27 yards, no offense.
He's just like rolling in that hit.
Chase 7-11, it's always open. This one's always closed. Right now, they're not playing well on offense.
I like that. You know who else is always open? Travis Kelce. This guy's had a first half over 100 receiving yards. You're going to win your draft games over in that one. So look at Bill highlights under what you see from him in the first half.
Yeah, you talk about how he's always open, and there's a reason for that. You're going to watch these
Potato bread.
He's going to the middle of the field, and this is just a wide option.
Potato bread. That sounds like something that my family was very versed in, and then just had to take it for some reason. Like,
I too like pot bread.
whenever like I would go visit family up north in like North Dakota and stuff like that, we would pass by all the billboards that said legit eat healthy, eat potatoes. It's like, okay, I think that's an old billboard.
All right, well, coming up after TNF Nightcap, Metro Boomin.
There was a sign in Dallas for a while that said milk hydrates are better than water.
Bringing his friend Offset.
Really?
Yeah, I drove past it a couple of times.
God damn, dude, milk has good lobbyists.
Oh, yeah.
Stay with us.
I mean, they did get every celebrity in the history of celebrityhood in the 90s to do a mustache commercial.
That was weird.
That was weird.
But there was a time where our schools pushed that on you more than education.
And that's
First priority, drink milk. Second priority,
Suck cow.
math.
You obviously didn't go to school.
Explain this, bud.
yeah, I don't know my numbers yet.
Treat.
Let's say these fries are your car.
It was it was milk and then Jesus
Jesus, Texas history.
and then fuck the libs.
Look at your
And
brown
then
friend and give him a
Texas
Bible.
history, and then English and math came in there with me
Those nuggies.
around 8.
Bundling. Just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When I got the script, I was like, this Taco Bell really not this taco? Doesn't that concern you?
All right, you ready? And excellent.
Fluffy eggs, melted cheese, savory sausage. The all-new toasted breakfast taco.
See, okay, honest to God, I feel the same way about hearing about Taylor Swift in the same vein that I also am annoyed to watch a Taco Bell commercial, or any commercial for that matter, if he dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't dislike him, or his comedy, or his like contributions to SNL, or whatever.
I thought stand-up special was dog shit.
It depends on, because I know he's done a couple now, right? 2 or 3? I've seen a couple, at least bits that I kind of like.
His stand-up
The second half
prior to SNL is great. Your stand-up post SNL is,
It's a lot.
hey, did you know that I'm friends with a lot of celebrities?
Yeah. We do crazy shit. I've smoked weed with fucking Martha Stewart and
Yeah. Cool. You know smoke? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it's like, well, we probably could have guessed, but thank you for confirming
those
that.
shots we've been hearing about.
So, that's
smoking anywhere.
I do, but I don't when I'm doing this. Just, well, honestly,
Because you're so good at the fucking play-by-play, how would you keep up with the names otherwise? I assume you don't want to eat or smoke while you're eating.
I was gonna say I was about to crack that before I got here.
I just reloaded the bowl for what it's
Get
worth.
open because there's entrance is set as fast as my quarters. There are
No, it's not what you really want.
Man, how
you didn't.
After.
We're live.
Awesome.
So tell us your thoughts on all the local comedians that you wanted to talk shit about right now.
So this guy named Caleb B. Davis is a fucking hack, dude.
Her. Respect pronouns.
Sorry, she sucks dick.
Caleb, who's taking play-by-play this quarter?
I'd like for you to do it. If
Okay.
you're cool with that.
Alright, here we are. 19 seconds on the play clock. Patrick Holmes and shotgun Isaiah Pacheco in. Travis Kelce at the bottom of your screen. Hand off to Isaiah Pacheco. Gain of 6 on the play.
Win probability at 97% for Kansas City. Thinking very highly of the coaching staff in the Denver Broncos locker room.
Did they just pop up 97%
They did.
predicted to win?
Yeah, at the start of the third quarter, because fuck the Broncos.
All right,
Prime
we've
Vision.
talked some very positive things about Prime Vision, but these stats are getting out of hand.
This is pretty ridiculous. Patrick Holmes also ridiculous in the backfield by himself. Rashi Rice goes in motion. First read to Rashi
Pacheco
Rice
again.
covered. Pacheco again for a gain of 6 on the play, first down.
Pacheco's turning into a pretty seemingly good draft pick, it would seem.
Yeah, I think a 7th round draft pick for the Kansas City Chiefs a few years back. Ironically, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 1st round draft pick. Patrick Mahomes wanted him.
Yep.
14:05 on the clock. Mahomes under center. Kadarius Toney goes in motion. Goes behind Justin Watson with a Y. Another handoff to Isaiah Pacheco to the right, and he'll get tackled for a gain of 3.5 on the play. 36 seconds left on the play clock.
Travis Kelce has stepped up, and he's picking apart.
Travis Kelce has
7 for 7 with 109 yards. 37 of which come after the carry. That's wild.
absolutely massive game. 7 for 7.
With no scoring so far, though.
No touchdowns so far.
Thank goodness. It's the only thing protecting my fantasy board at the moment.
Kadarius Toney at the top of the screen. Clyde Edwards-Helaire
Second and 8.
In the back.
All the time in the world from Mahomes to throw.
Dumps down to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and
Was
gain
that-
of 10 on the play. It'll be a first
14
down.
yards.
Hey, for Blake Bell, number 81, the tight end for Kansas City, that was great coverage before being called on a hold. That was great.
Here's out non-short.
For just fantasy updates, Travis Kelce in our first point per first down and point per reception league. No scores in the game, but he's got 22.9 points.
I was going to guess 22 for T Swizzle again.
That's funny.
The top of the top.
Dude,
He's going to lose almost a yard here just to get right in pace.
no, don't forget about the reception.
Javonte Williams is sitting at 6.1 on my bench. I'm feeling good about leaving him on my bench.
Oh, and Kelsey just went over the
Another
22.
touchdown. Kelsey.
Another first down.
Gain of 14 on the play for a first down. Oh boy. I hope the Broncos figure out this offensive situation.
Bro, if it ends 13-0, that's going to send the Taylor Swift universe off.
Why is that?
13 is like a hidden number when it's like it's Taylor's favorite number, and she does a lot of like hidden 13s and a lot of her stuff. There's tons of cases. If you want, we can get Taylor Swift's correspondent Ruth Banks on the phone, and she can
Illuminati
tell you all
confirmed.
about it.
Illuminati
We might need
confirmed.
that. Sky Moore
Oh!
on the reception. Gain of 12 on the play. It'll be another first down as Sky Moore goes out of bounds.
Dude, got real expressive about getting 4 yards or whatever. What, 6 yards?
A run play.
That's more than that. It's first down. It's a big first
Well,
down.
okay, it was a first down. Good job, Sky
Yeah,
Moore.
gain of 12.
Get ready for the next play. Okay, gain of 12. Honestly, it was a great, footwork play. Dude, did he step out before he got the first?
He's going to be able to
He might have stepped out maybe.
Oh, because he stumbled
a
himself and then
yard
he...
before they
Oh, okay.
spotted him.
Blake Bell, Noah
Jared
Gray.
McKinnon in the backfield, along with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, lined up as a fullback.
And no Travis Kelce this play. Oh, it's a
A
trick
weird
play.
razzle-dazzle play.
Kadarius
Kadarius
Toney.
Toney throws it to Patrick Mahomes.
What?
Oh!
Correction, it was a pass to McKinnon.
And it was broken up.
Because-
I thought it was a target to Mahomes. It was not. It was to McKinnon. A sloppy play from the beginning. Clyde Edwards-Helaire lines up as fullback. The handoff is to him. Patrick Mahomes rolls out to the right, along with McKinnon. The
And then
ball
it
is
was-
pitched to Kadarius Toney. Here it is on the replay. Poorly pitched to Kadarius Toney.
And then he,
Ill-advised throw should have been intercepted.
yeah, and he fucked his completion percentage up. What not a quarterback should do.
Oh, but Rashee Rice.
Wow, dog.
The rookie.
Big one for Rashid on that.
19 yards after catch by
Okay.
Rashee Rice for first and goal.
Rashee Rice had a couple receptions on the game so far. He's got to be having a pretty good game.
The rookie from down the road, SMU.
SMU. Yeah.
A Mustang.
I mean, honestly, every time he touches the ball, I'm like, yep, that's the best wide receiver on the Chiefs.
I agree.
Outside of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I mean, and they're really not giving him his fair share of targets, which I think is what Andy Reid intends. I think he wants to keep everyone kind of contributing equally as much as possible.
Oh boy.
What a stop by the Broncos defense to get Clyde
Again, that
Edwards-Helaire
defense is not
back
Nicky
up.
Benito.
Holy shit, dude. If they hold him to another field goal here, I'm going to be uberly impressed by how well the Denver Broncos defense is playing, but as it's not sustainable. Russell Wilson has to be better. Their offense has to be better. They have to be able to contribute points on their team.
Yeah, the Broncos have done a really shitty job thus far on offense. Obviously, they haven't scored
But
yet.
still kind of keeping Kansas City at a humbling, hey, you guys are only at
MVS in
13.
motion here. Patrick Mahomes alone in the backfield. Screen pass, Isaiah Pacheco.
You got about 3.
Ooh, he's whipped out of bounds.
Bullshit,
Good
don't you
speed.
call for a flag. I don't want to see any Chief player ever call for a flag.
Ref's talking to him. He said, we got to keep this game close or I would have called you for that. So.
I feel like it would be wild if they had a third down turnover here for the Chiefs.
Did you not know Taylor Swift is in the press box? We cannot call you for that flag. We got to keep this game tied up and close. Did you not hear we had to keep it at 13-0?
Get back in there, shake it off.
Hey,
Shake it off.
22. All right, we're going.
Feels like this is where Kelsey's
this is
going to
be
Please,
a pick.
Kelsey goes in motion.
Please be wrong.
This is
does
an
a weird little
underneath
thing.
interception.
Yeah, he's
First read,
talking.
Kelsey
Underneath.
covered.
Underneath.
He rolled out. Opening the back of the end zone.
Underneath interception.
And Patrick Mahomes throws it away
Kelsey was there.
in the direction of
Wow.
MVS. Kelsey was open for a moment in the back of the end zone.
4th and goal. They held him to a field goal. Unless they really believe this Mahomes magic is what it takes.
You got to kick a field goal here.
I mean, you're up 13 points on one of the worst performances I've ever seen out of an offense, not able to do shit.
And that's weird because the Broncos have been fine. Yeah, he was well covered. The Broncos have been fine on offense all season. Their defense has been historically bad. Defense is kind of hanging in there, Miles Francis.
Jamie, if this field goal is incomplete for any reason, we need somebody on Twitter immediately because it's going to blow up on the Swiftyverse. I really thought for a second I was going to go wide right.
Man, that wind was gusting though, sideways. High winds were predicted before the game. There's that very handsome Travis Kelce giving people high fives. Russell Wilson, get it together, bud. Russell Wilson, after I hype him up, looked really fast last week against the Jets.
I think that Russell Wilson, while as much as he looks like Mahomes, I really do feel like you have some solid points in that department. The problem is he also has a lot of Dak Prescott in him. And
sure
what I mean
does.
by that is that his consistency, it's like he's either he's like a 9 or a 2. Like
Sometimes
he's
he'll find
never
a way to
playing a
lose.
5.
Yeah.
We're talking about what, Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, so he says he's like Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying that he's got a lot more. He's got a lot of Patrick in him, but he's also got some Dak in him.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson was really one of those first wave quarterbacks that came out and changed. I mean, apart from like a Cam Newton, you know, even then I still think Russell Wilson is arguably a better passer than Cam Newton. So kind of the invention of the style football Patrick Mahomes plays right now was, you know, inspired by, to a certain extent, the athleticism that Russell Wilson presents when he played for a talented team and made competitive runs for championships. But with that in mind, I do see that Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, not quite built to win, you know, in terms of your decision making. There's a lot to it.
It's like you're there most of the time, but to be a champion, you have to make that decision right every time.
Absolutely, I agree.
Or at least the times that you blow it has to be far more infrequent.
Yes.
He's also corny, which I think is meaningful when you're supposed to be the leader of a football team. Like, you know,
say corny?
Corny, yeah. Like he's a nerd, he's a dork.
Yeah, okay.
Like the same thing you think
I
about.
thought you were. For a second, I misheard. I thought you might have been meaning like he was a representative of Blue Chew, which, by the way, our show would love to be a sponsor or have you as a sponsor, Blue Chew.
I'd like to at least try it.
Get on here.
For your wiener? Is that what that's
Yeah,
for?
it's gum for your wiener.
Wiener gum.
It's Viagra gum, basically.
Sign me up. I want some wiener gum. All right. So
Taylor
Hey,
Swift.
hey.
Who's
That's
next?
six.
Who is that person?
that's got to be Travis's father. I don't know about that, but
It's definitely a Travis fan.
Is she?
What jersey is she wearing?
I was about to say
It's
she wasn't
60?
wearing. That's a year. Is that a year they won the Super Bowl? Let me see. Or a championship.
Her lipstick looks so good always. Do you
Bro,
guys
there's no way
notice
she
that?
doesn't have a stencil for her own lips at this point. Kylie Jenner had people sucking inside of bottles. So,
Do you think she has somebody do her makeup for these games?
if she's as rich as she is, I hope so.
Honestly, I would argue that she probably just knows how to put on her makeup.
Yeah, I was gonna say at some
That's
point it's
important
like a lot of rich people still drive themselves places.
Yeah.
Like even though they can afford a driver, some things it's just easier to do by yourself. Some things you just like to do by yourself.
So I'm going to see when the last time the Kansas City, well, I know when the last time they won the Super Bowl was, but I want to see what years all they've won the Super Bowl, because that would explain a little bit more about that jacket she
9:16
was
on the
wearing.
clock, 12 on the play clock. Russell Wilson trying to get something together. 7 for 11, only 37 yards, 1 interception on the game, 0 touchdowns. Obviously, he's getting shut out.
Adding more confusion. And if you're not watching or following along, or you want to,
McLaughlin again?
we're at 9-11 or 9-10 counting down if you're a Patriot.
Yeah, Julian McLaughlin.
I feel like it was 9/11 if you're a Patriot.
No,
Julian
dude.
McLaughlin on the carry.
I think we're supposed to forget, aren't we?
Never.
Okay, so to add more confusion, the Kansas City Chiefs have only won the Super Bowl 3 times. 1969 for the meme of what
Nice.
the next thing Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift put on the internet. 2019 and 2022. So there's definite Chief championships before the NFL.
P. Ryan in the backfield airs it out to Cortland Sutton. Flag on the
with a flag
play.
down.
Like I said, the refs are going to start trying to keep this game close because
The
they know they have a
camera's
massive. What?
The camera's off.
Wrapped onto that armor.
Ooh, shout out to whoever updated Miles for that. Who was
Raph, we love you, Raph. Raph, you're good people.
You are good.
You are good people. Thank you for letting the people see us now. You being the people I'm referring to.
I had people watching too who didn't tell me that our cameras.
Clearly, they're not paying attention.
No, that's fine. I would
Well, they can
prefer.
still hear us without the.
Yeah.
So were we just showing the score?
No, they could hear us the whole time.
Oh, okay. So
We unmuted. We just didn't unvideo block.
Yeah.
that was for NSA purposes.
Yeah. Well, we cut right to our OnlyFans show as soon as we get done with this podcast. I'm glad that Raph caught it now.
3 AFL championships by the Chiefs, 1960s. Damn, and of course the only one that says highlighted their first Super Bowl in 1970 against the Minnesota Vikings, 23-7. Because fuck my life, I'll go fuck myself.
51, but we talked with Spags this
Yeah, really the only thing that was happening was they were looking at not us. Well, they should be looking at the game.
There was a Taylor Swift sighting, so I feel like we weren't going to be viewed there anyway.
Hey, okay, but nobody else is covering it in the media of
Taylor Swift? Yeah.
No,
one never talks about that girl.
No.
Julian McLaughlin on the dump off.
Oh.
Wow.
And it'll be another 3rd and short. I mean, the Broncos are doing a great job of staying ahead of schedule here, like pretty much all game. But they keep getting themselves in these 3rd and short, and eventually the Chiefs' defense just bows up. We need another flag. We need another automatic first
Come
down.
on, refs.
Come on, referees. Keep the game close.
What I was going to say is that nobody else is talking about the mishandling of time by the Denver Broncos. Nobody's talking about it on Twitter that I could see. Nobody
I mean,
else
the
is
first
saying
thing
it.
I searched, I think you're just bad at searching for things on Twitter.
That is also likely. I'm
I
like
just searched
70.
the word timeout, and it was like the first 3 tweets were about this.
Really? Interesting. Okay, I'm stupid.
Russell Wilson in the backfield. Javonte Williams gets the handoff up the
Dude,
middle.
God,
Gain
I
of 5 on the play. It'll be a first down. Javonte looks great.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about having him on my bench right now. I want to see him recover from this injury a little bit more, and maybe.
What's the percentage roster percentage for?
Let's see. I'll pull that up now.
I had to go through the PC verbiage in my brain before I said that. Javonte Williams.
Let's see. That's a great question.
Percentage
So
roster.
Javonte Williams is 99% rostered
Surprising.
and 49% started.
The Trout man in the bottom of the screen.
This
Deep
is
downfield to Jerry Jeudy. Gain of 12 on the play. That'll be a first down. And
a stop by Nick Bolton.
the Denver Broncos are all the way back to potentially covering this 10
Hey, okay, question for you, Jamie. If they throw a touchdown or if they score a touchdown here, do you say they go for 2 to make it an 8-point one-score game?
Nope.
Nope.
Jamie, getting back to your question, Javonte Williams, 85% rostered, 37% starting this week.
Interesting.
I can see why the starting thing. Again, he was starting on my lineup 2 weeks ago.
Wow, interception.
no.
Another
tipped at the
Chiefs
line of scrimmage.
interception.
Read on the
Your
interception.
defense is going bananas right now.
It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Passed to who I believe was Dulcich. And it didn't look like it was a good decision in the first place.
Insane,
Oh, boy.
dude. See,
Yeah.
and this is one of those.
I mean, he was pretty well covered anyway.
This is one of those like quote unquote blowouts where like it's still competitive enough to where it's like you're gonna keep watching it, you know?
Well, Jamie was just saying how in range this 10.5 point mark is, and I still agree with him for what it's worth.
No, I
It does
do
sort
too.
of still feel possible, right?
They're trying to keep
For
the
some
NFL
reason.
relevant.
A win feels insane. If you were trying to say like If you are a Broncos fan right now, and I feel for you, I really do.
I don't.
I feel for them, man. It sucks when your team sucks.
They are a good fan base. I did go to Denver this year, and there was a lot of support. And I was impressed by the knowledgeable Uber drivers who I was able to have in-depth conversations about the Broncos with.
I've met a lot of shitty Raiders fans, 49ers fans, Cowboys fans, New England fans. I met a lot of Green Bay fans. I don't think I've ever met a shitty Denver Broncos fan. And I'm not saying that that's like, solid fact or like solid, data to like say that Denver doesn't suck. But for me personally,
yeah, you know what? Their Twitter fans aren't obnoxious.
Yeah,
no, they don't
feel like it's probably because they've been high as long as I have now.
Probably, yeah.
And I think that's for the best. Obviously not for their football team, but for their fan base, it's fantastic.
Holy shit, Minnesota, take the wave. Take the wave. Come on, children.
I've definitely
disappoint your parents.
Fans,
do it now.
That ship is sailed.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Minnesota is weird because you shouldn't be able to live that close to Canada and be that much of a fucking asshole.
Damn, thank you. That's my lineage.
I don't think Lions fans are that bad. I think Packers fans are probably the worst on Twitter for the NFC North.
Bro, low-key, my biggest rival is a Viking fan or other Viking fans, and I hate that. I fucking hate that, dude.
You wear like different shades of purple or...
Fucking practically at this point. Do you guys remember like 2012 through 2016 when the Vikings had miscolored helmets from jerseys, and it was because they couldn't quite perfect their purple in the matte finish? And
the Minnesota Vikings were smart right now, they would change to lavender just so that they would get Taylor Swift at their games.
True. You know what? Hey, I did interact with a Minnesota Vikings beat writer on Twitter, and he said, wait until the Swifties find out about JJ, and he posted a compilation of all of JJ's highlights, and I said, we don't want that smoke, that's how we accidentally get involved with the Kardashian.
Zero coverage.
Justin Jefferson is so above a Kardashian, that's honestly offensive.
Dude, but Kim is single, and that's frightening to me as a fan.
Mahomes pass to Noah Gray.
So,
whenever you see that 8 and you can't quite tell who it is, and you're playing against Travis Kelce, you hold your breath, and when you see that 3 instead of that 7, you're like, fuck yeah.
But sometimes you see the 3 from the wrong side, and you're like, is that an 8? And it's problematic.
Yeah. 9 for 14, 57 yards. Russell Wilson killed Davis.
Her claim from this beat writer that I tweeted that at, where I didn't want to be involved with the Kardashian, he said that they were his second cousins on Robert Kardashian's side.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't fact check it, but I took his word for it.
Famous lawyer for the O.J. Simpson.
Tries to check it down. Isaiah Pacheco rolls out to the right, gets pressure, looking downfield still, more pressure, and that's going to be a sack on the play? Let's see where they spot it. It could be, and that's going to go down as a sack.
Wow.
It sure is.
I still can't get on board with
Also
number zeros.
Great coverage by the Broncos defense.
Caleb, while you were in the restroom earlier, Jamie, Caleb and I were talking about the amount of hustle that this Broncos defense has.
They're playing hard.
They are. And I feel like if the offense could get even a little bit on board, as much as this defense looks like the heart of the team, and they suck. Like that's the weird part, but they're trying so hard.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes drops back to throw.
Again.
Everyone's covered.
All the time
looking
to throw.
downfield. Decides to run and he'll run for a first down.
Wow, dude.
He'll be up to midfield.
Mahomes making up for his fantasy losses otherwise.
4:03 on the clock. Clock is running even though Patrick Mahomes ran out of bounds. One of those like clock fuck ups that doesn't get caught, and then if you have the under, you're like, all right, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And if you have the over, you're like, this is bullshit.
Well, at least it wasn't intentional, like Sean Payton's mishap.
Yeah, because
dude,
look, clearly ran out of bounds, and the referees just erroneously run the clock.
Did you see how
clock's still running, by the way?
Dude, Mathis also turned to take on the block that Rashee Rice gave rather than turning his back and trying to capture and tackle Patrick Mahomes.
Isaiah Pacheco gain of 1.5 on the play. 3:27.
See,
on the
look
clock.
at watch Mathis. He just goes into it. Doesn't even regard Patrick Mahomes at all, dude.
That was weird.
That was so odd, dude. Why are you gonna tee up on McKinnon when you're not even gonna try? Dude, he pointed you out. Hit him. Hit the quarterback.
I guess the only justification for that is like, okay, this guy's trying to block a bunch of us. At least I can maybe take him completely out of the play. I've got 3 teammates behind me. that now get to go.
That sounds like bitch mentality, if you ask me.
That is, dude.
It was definitely the wrong decision on the play. I don't know
That's
what
the
thought
only way.
process was.
I justify that way more than the call before halftime.
The train.
Where the Kansas City Chiefs got an extra 3 points because the Denver Broncos didn't run the clock out.
Yeah, so again, recapping before halftime, there was approximately 24-ish seconds on the clock with 33 seconds on the play clock for the Broncos, and they called a timeout at 22 seconds, allowed a punt when they could have run the clock out and gone to half.
And the only thing the punt did, they had absolutely no attempt at any sort of recovery. They had no attempt at any sort of scoring opportunity. They just opened the door and let the Chiefs have an extra
punt
3
it
points.
right
Travis
away.
Kelce to the right.
They scored 3 points in
of
15
Mahomes
seconds.
in the backfield.
Wow.
If this game ends
Oh,
up...
and Tony took the direct snap. Another designed run for Kadarius Toney. Andy Reid is losing it, man. Why are you giving this loser so many opportunities? It doesn't make any sense to me, Caleb B. Davis.
The only reason I see that being acceptable is because, again, they're only up by as many points as they are right
Nick
now.
Bonito on the tackle. No, that's unacceptable no matter how many points you're up.
No, I agree.
They are trying some wild trick play shit.
And I think they're doing that shit to try to fuck with Denver and just to try to get some shit mentality and like momentum on their side.
Or
they suck at football.
Or is this the script writers needing to keep the game close?
Hey, there was a
what was that?
There was a writing strike recently. This game's pretty sloppy.
Yeah.
Looks like he tipped the ball.
Nice.
I think he kept it from going into the end zone.
That was Taylor Swift's sister. Her name's Tiana Swift, and she just punted the shit out of that football.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Justin Watson swatted it out of the air, kept the ball in play, down to inside the 10-yard line. Great hang time on that punt. Great punt, great execution. You hate to see it when there's a great punt where the gunner just absolutely, like, you have one job, like you're only on this roster to do this one job most of the time, and they just like slap it into the back of the end zone like they never played Foursquare before. Like, you know, you're supposed to be an elite athlete. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about a Tharma B being in 4 hours of traffic.
Is he still actually trying to come?
He just sent,
There's
I'm
no
35
way.
minutes out. Should I still come?
He's still on the way?
There's no way he's been on the way. There's just
When was that? Like an hour ago?
It was like a minute ago. He just said, I'm 35 minutes away. Should I still show up? I think
Yeah,
the game...
force him to come. He said he was going to come. Just say yeah. Still a close game.
Force him to come sounds like a Google search.
So this is, I think, the porter I was talking about earlier.
I was gonna try that one. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna give it a go. You said you didn't like it, right?
This one's not as bad, I don't think.
Are there 2 different porters? Or are you just a little drunk? Because sometimes I find when I have 3 beers, the second time around, it's not so bad.
This is the porter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black Betty. Bow, 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 wow.
You might have to get it from the other
Case.
case.
Okay.
That can't be right. Rewind.
Do you not like it though?
No.
You're just drinking it for?
Because I poured it, you want it?
Yeah, give me that. You give me that one, and then you go get one you like, bro. I'll drink this one next.
Fine.
Yeah, dude. Why drink a beer you hate?
Out of respect for beer.
No, that's fair, but that's the beer you drink when you don't have any left.
And you're and you are like at the best end of your I'm about to be going to bed drunk set.
Or it's like you got a friend that comes over and be like, bro,
You
this
gotta
is one of
try
my
this
favorite
beer."
beers.
Do you like porters?
You gotta try this, dude.
And
I
they're
just
like-
can't believe how extreme these Four Corners guys are getting. This is some creative shit right here.
Well, I actually really fucked with their venue, their comedy venue that you invited me out to.
Yeah, I remember that.
With Josh.
Was that the night that I performed without a microphone?
It was, dude, and it was like a speakeasy at like a library. It was like, all right, guys, let's talk about the
The
fourth
Four
Harry
Corner
Potter
show I did, we had a speaker, it was not loud enough for the room.
I usually have the opposite problem where it's actually way too echoey. I was kind of grateful the night that I think I had a really good set without. Oh,
No, he had forward progress, but that's at the 2.
Javonte Williams.
Got shut down.
You know what was actually really funny about that show, the Four Corners one, is I had to listen to Josh Provo's entire set where he was using it, and he sounded like a robot. And so
I remember
it
that.
was right when he introduced you and brought you up, you just fucking turned it off. You're like, all right, guys, what's up? I'm Miles Francis.
I was like, this sounds weird, right?
Yeah, you're like, I want to make sure. And then you pointed, you're like, can everyone back there hear me? And everyone was like, woo! And you're like, all right. Now, like, it was just such a great
fucking
evening.
pro, bro.
Russell Wilson under center, play action,
He's
rolls
gotta get
out
rid
in
of
the end.
it.
He's got room.
Oh!
Like I
Holy
was
shit.
saying, Russell Wilson looks fast, right?
Down.
He looks
First
fast.
down.
Wow.
First running play on the game
Kidding me?
for first down, Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying.
It was really fun to watch their like trails that they were making. It looked like they were just drawing pretty pictures on the
Dude,
field.
this reminds me when I had Madden 09 on the Nintendo
Wow,
Switch.
dude.
And you could draw your routes for your, like, you can
I
go
remember
audibles
that.
and
I
draw
remember
routes.
that. Dude, I'm surprised Nick Bolton missed that tackle, to be honest, because he kind of
No,
had
I'm
him in
saying
front of him.
Russell Wilson's looked ultra athletic this year.
Dude,
and he hasn't been using his feet this game
What
at
are we
all.
at right now? Are we at 4 T-Swizzles and 4 Marvin Mims?
Oh no, we're at like 6 T-Swizzles.
Okay, but we're at
I
only
think
like...
you're
Wilson-
making these T-Swift stats up, sir.
No, I've been counting the whole time. We can review the tape.
Well, I'm interested to
flag
know
on the
how many
play.
times Mims has been on the field, because he's only gotten for maybe 3 or 4 plays, it feels like.
We are a flag with 5 seconds left till the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Second down,
Isn't
that'll
that
be a gain of
interesting?
8 for Russell Wilson on
Their
the play.
second picked up flag in 2 games. Dude, I
Two
fucking
back-to-back
can't stand
run
it.
plays. Russell Wilson starting to take over. Scriptwriter said, don't start running until the end of the third.
Real talk.
Real
The
talk.
Broncos kick a field goal. The game ends 3-16. You missed out on your bet because of that bullshit that happened at the end of the second.
You're gonna be
What is your head
pissed.
go? Where's your headspace?
I'd hope.
I got my biggest bet on San Francisco minus 5.
It's not about the $2. We know you can afford the $2.
But wouldn't that be fucking
I feel like more people should be upset about how dumb that play call was in the second half. This should be a 13-point game right now. This should be a very achievable game. Instead, it's a long shot at best.
Yeah.
And that's one of those times that 3 points makes a huge difference.
Well, you know, I'm getting a lot of the same vibes I got as a Vikings fan right before Mike Zimmer got fired. Like, where almost nobody gave a shit anymore and they were just running through the motions to fucking do it. And they still weren't even quite tanking. They're letting the team go out there and do what they can, but it's not like goal-oriented, yeah, let's go win this game. So the time management was fucking awful. I mean, I don't have any money on it and I'm pissed. Because why would you do that? There's got to be something that we missed. There
No, we
has
didn't
to
miss
be.
anything.
Dude, it just doesn't make any sense
They didn't
whatsoever.
really cover it on the broadcast as far as I can tell either.
Yeah, I didn't hear
It's
anything
just Twitter that's talking about how bad it was. I guess the Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels really fucked it up too. Maybe they were just so confused. Maybe they thought they were missing something too.
I mean, shit. Group confusion. Oh, lovely.
It's insane, dude.
Do you know anybody on Ozempic?
Nah, I have no idea what Ozempic is.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it just makes you nauseous all the time, so you don't want to eat. It's a weight loss pill.
Interesting. Sounds very unhealthy for you.
With known heart disease. I'm Laura.
Yeah.
I don't know how medicine works though, so I mean, I'm probably wrong.
Ozempic isn't for people.
I do take medicine. It seems to do the trick, depending on what ailment I've got. That's what I've noticed so
I
far.
don't take any medicine.
Well, you're just as healthy as a horse, 25/8, as far as I'm concerned.
What does 25/8 mean?
More than 24/7. You're just on it. You're ahead of it.
That was a good
You look into it.
25/8?
25/8.
Why was I supposed to know what that meant?
I don't know. 24/7 is pretty not uncommon that often, but no, I know.
25 hours.
I'm being hyperbolic.
It's hyperbolic.
True. True. I do love that sport as well.
It's hyperbaric.
Hyperbaric. Go Burrs.
Hey, shout out to Turfs.
Scots.
We got some. Have y'all seen my new babies out back?
No.
No.
Yeah, we got a whole new patch of the backyard replanted with turf.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
Turf
check
builder.
that out.
Bermuda.
Smiling first.
It was a long process, but we got it. We got it going in the backyard. Thus far, we'll see.
Either of y'all ever have braces?
Yeah, I've had braces twice, because the first time they gave me braces, I still had 12 baby teeth, and they...
That seems like an orthodontist that just needed to pay for orthodontist.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like rich parents to me.
Yeah.
No, actually, I was a rich grandfather to a single mother.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Let them crooked hose fall out, and then you can fix the second round.
Well, I also had a spacer at the top, which had like this little turnstile key where...
Play action.
Yeah, it was
McLaughlin. Russell Wilson using his feet a little bit here.
Holy shit.
Skirts up around.
Another, 6, 7, 8 yard run?
No, that was...
That was a 1 yard run.
And that's still 30 inches.
He ran 45 yards on the play.
Play on this one is
They
me,
were
right?
2nd and 1. They were 2nd and 1, now they're 3rd in inches, I think.
Punt, interception. Not great, Bob.
Good day for the punter.
Punter hasn't played great. He's had a lot of punts. He has not had many great ones. A lot of opportunities, though. 3rd and 1. This is a big 3rd and 1 for the Broncos here.
I say they're just going to let Russell go for it again. He's going to go left this time.
Javonte in the backfield. Handoff to him. Goes to the right.
Gets the yard.
Gets the first down.
Gain of 2 on the play.
L'Jarius Sneed just being overly aggressive because he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's what I'm saying. The Broncos are staying ahead of schedule. They are creating manageable 3rd and 1s, but they're never converting on 1st or 2nd down. They're not nearly as explosive as they really need to be if they're gonna, cover this damn spread. Kilby Davis.
I know.
Chewing my fingernails here. I can't believe I got San Francisco -5.5.
Yeah, you gotta be feeling good about that.
Feels like a mortal lock at this point. It's like one of those mortal locks that you can't even anger the football gods with,
Sheesh!
Nothing.
Nothing on 1st and 10. Oh, and Nick Bolton is hurt again. He's been sidelined for the past 2 weeks before this, at least 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm sorry, that is not Nick Bolton. I thought it was 3-2.
Keep rolling so we can see who you are.
I've got that pulled up. I'm gonna beat you.
Michael Burton injured on the play. I am now the spotter because it is the 4th quarter. Caleb Davis will be taking over play-by-play for the rest of the night.
Awesome. Yeah. How did you find that so quick? I don't see... Wow. No, that was Justin Reed. Michael
How are you
Burton.
both an old man and a lesbian?
We're a power couple right now, you know what I mean? We're about to...
Caleb Davis is right.
Alright. Damn, dude. Slow but steady, you know what I mean? I'm like the tortoise, and Devontae Adams is the Taco Bell hair.
I feel like I need to say to you, oh, slay, boomer. I thought that was funny.
I
ran through my head, and I was like, oh, slay boomer, and I was like looking out into space trying to figure out what that meant.
Oh, slay boomer.
I got it.
It's just like the perfect hybrid. And he was running. I hear meatball. So, L'Oreal Paris commercials are meant for the Taylor Swift viewers this evening. After 12 weeks, your skin can look less hideous, and you'll start picking up dominoes.
At least the -43% less skin aging is at least less made up than the 97% chance to win that Amazon put up earlier. I trust L'Oreal more than I do Amazon Thursday Night Football right now.
Halloween fastly approaches. Gentlemen, what is your favorite Halloween movie and why?
Oh, that's hard.
It's supposed to be hard.
Child.
Halloween movie?
Yeah.
Give me examples of Halloween movies. I don't know.
Do you mean horror or do you mean Halloween? Because that is two different questions.
Okay, yeah. How about let's just say horror flick. Go for it.
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors.
Ooh, I fucked with that franchise as a very early child. People had concerns about me as a white man.
Yeah.
But I have now...
Was it because of the... Never mind, I'm not even going to go there. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
No, I think you were thinking more of like a Edward Scissorhands.
No, I was thinking more of why they killed Freddy as opposed to what Freddy did to people.
True. Very vastly different reasons.
I like Cabin in the Woods, like the most meta horror movie.
I love Cabin in the Woods.
That movie is trippy.
Film.
That movie was crazy. I liked it.
Great marketing on that movie too, for what it's worth.
I like a lot of the horror series, like the Netflix streaming series, like 8 episodes or whatever.
Fair.
American Horror Story. I like that.
I love a lot of seasons of American Horror Story.
I like that. Yeah, a lot of seasons. season. Not all
Several
of them, right?
of them are bad. Most of them
really
are great.
bad. A couple of them unwatchable, but
See, I've heard that as a feedback to that show so often that I'm like, then why would I watch the?
Because some of them are fantastic.
Really?
But
some of them are so brilliant.
Okay.
Some of speaking of unwatched, that's a Swiftie for sure.
For sure.
You're calling play-by-play.
All right, Russell Wilson
I'm
off the
gonna follow
line.
the board in a minute.
18 minutes on their play clock, counting down 13-12. In shotgun to his right, McLaughlin. He takes the snap. He throws it away, and it is batted down at the line again.
Another one batted down.
DJ Khaled, another one. He had 1.32 seconds to throw that ball, or arguably he threw that ball mistakenly too soon in 1.32 seconds.
Based on the arrow to this man's butt, I'm assuming Chris Jones was the one who knocked down, and
Nice.
it was.
See, and again, what a brilliant move on the Chiefs'
As
part.
he's getting thrown to the ground,
Yeah.
honestly, that's a heads-up play. I like it.
I was gonna say it was brilliant on the
big
Chiefs'
throw.
part.
He kind of should have had that. It looked like.
Wow!
I will say something.
Brandon Johnson with the
Thank
target.
you, Prime.
What? What the hell was that play? Did they even know they have Marvin Mims on the team? This is a Marvin Mims route.
Yeah, it really is.
You know?
This is a go.
And this is why.
Oh, he got a hand on it.
I think
It was
Marvin.
great
I think
coverage.
Marvin still would have pulled that in. To be
Well, he would have
free-
created more separation for
I
sure.
think so for sure, since he's definitely faster than Brandon
punt.
Johnson.
If you're keeping score.
Wow, what is that? 10 punts for them this game? Seems
currently
like at
getting
least
shut
6 or
out.
7. Wow, dude, and he's got an edge.
that's-
Flag
What?
on the play.
Oh
coming
my
back.
goodness. Okay. Uh-oh, and he's hurt maybe? Nope.
No, he fumbled the ball. That's
He was
why he
hyped.
kind of like rolled over like that.
Okay.
Montreal Washington on the
We
return.
do have a flag. It's probably going to be holding.
Probably
I'm
coming back.
Guessing. On
Found
the,
out
on the
today.
receiving team.
1 yard through the 25-yard run back.
I tried to tell him very upfront and honestly. Jamie says yes.
He just bailed again.
Yeah.
He said he was on his way 14 minutes ago, and now he's just like, actually, I'm not coming.
He also said he was on his way 4 hours.
Yeah, and guess what? His estimation for his time of arrival was around halftime. We've made a second half through, and we're still just wondering, like, maybe
Weird how that worked.
maybe
Which,
he'll
like,
be here.
don't get me wrong, traffic coming to your place sucks.
I don't
But, like, I don't imagine that it could ever be 2 quarters worth of bad.
That's kind of why I wanted to pressure him into actually coming.
Well, and I was
because you
gonna
were
say-
like, "Do you want me to still call him?" I was like, "Tell him yes."
Well, and I was gonna say too, this is that force him to come. It's like, hey, buddy, I don't think you understand what that means around here. You're finishing.
I know if you're still tuning in to this alternative commentary for this very tight.
We are also
NFL
up against LeBron James, by the way. I found that out.
Yeah, he's not the king anymore. We are. But I mentioned last week I went to see The Exorcist Believer immediately following the Thursday Night Football game, and I will say that is the worst horror movie that I have seen, not named Skinamarink, this year. It is bad. I am embarrassed for the fact that they took such a incredible franchise and just completely shit the bed with it. I was very disappointed.
Miles Francis, known movie holic.
Yeah, for sure. I saw same 2 weeks ago. Saw X immediately following the Thursday.
Where do you
Night
watch
Football game.
movies at? What theaters?
I watch them in a lot of theaters because I am a movie host for Alamo Draft House. So I get a lot of free passes for those.
Yeah.
We do movies all the time, hype up, just do cool stuff to like celebrate like well-known movies. And then I'm also a Cinemark Rewards member just because I live really close to a Cinemark. It's a really good deal. I get a free movie ticket each month and a bunch of discounts on all the other bullshit that you get at movie theaters.
That's a movie club plug.
Yeah, I don't know why. They need to sponsor us for sure. You just raised your prices and I'm thinking about quitting. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, dude, I used to work at Cinemark.
Don't think I won't go back to how I did in the 90s and just sneak in Cinemark. I will.
Hey, I used to work at their corporate office, at their call center, dude. Oh my god, it was the worst job I've ever had in my life. Do you know how American it is to be called at a call center and complained to about butter quality? That's fucking awful, dude. It's like, hey, so we just were out here, out in, fucking Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and I'm gonna tell you, swear to God, I got this complaint. There was this movie called Bros. It's like a rom-com for 2 gay dudes, completely fine. This dude is like, tell me why I'm in here trying to watch Elvis, and I'm seeing these 2 dudes touching on each other. further. And I'm like, sir, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's an actual call and a problem that people have brought to my attention where it's like, I mean, I'll escalate this to the people who need to be informed of, your opinion on the matter, which is like nobody. So yeah, Movie Club. If Movie Club raised their prices, that's awful, dude. I hope you weren't platinum.
Well, no, they don't. It's just like the one tier now, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it was $8.99 a month. I think now it's $9.99 a month. But you're play by play.
And Isaiah Pacheco to the right gets the handoff to Patrick Mahomes, and he gets about 2 yards before he is stuffed and pushed
Jamie
back.
at this point is just praying for a garbage time touchdown from
Kelsey.
And it feels like the Chiefs are really shutting down their offense at this point. You gotta feel good about it.
Well, yeah, so I think that you're going to get more punts out of the Chiefs, and unfortunately,
they're running clock too. We're gonna get a garbage time touchdown here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cash it on this too.
You know what? I have a feeling this is going to be just a no reason Rashee Rice completely open for a touchdown.
That'd be great too.
For like an insane amount of yards for no reason. And then Patrick
Get Kelsey off the field, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco gets a screen.
What the hell are y'all doing? Is he here to impress his girlfriend?
That was a great
to win a Super Bowl.
Cut to the left. That was a great cut to the left as well there on Pacheco's part, because he did have a lot of the field open to his right, but he had blocks ahead of him on his left side, and that was great.
Alex Singleton on the tackle, on the play. Yeah, that was a good little. Isaiah Pacheco seems to just getting every single dump down this game. Too much room.
Mahomes back behind center. Pacheco 6 receptions, 36 yards, no touchdowns. Tony in motion. Mahomes swings it out to Pacheco's side, and Pacheco is swallowed up for maybe a loss of 2 there, and it looks like there's an offensive tackle that is injured on the Kansas City side. Let's see if they stop the clock here, and it doesn't appear they will.
Ronnie Perkins on the tackle for a loss. As we're looking at Sam Schwarzenstein.
Great pronunciations there. I would have botched it and it would have seemed hateful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prime,
That's just
again.
your haircut.
I'm a rocket scientist. Mahomes takes Noah Gray in motion. He sends him right back to the slot left side with Rashee Rice and MVS. The snap is out. He's got over 2 seconds to throw, and let's go to...
Wide open. He bounced it off his own hands.
Oh, and that's
Justin
a broken
Watson.
finger.
And yeah, if you drop a pass like that from Patrick Mahomes...
That's a broken finger. That's a broken finger. That might be a compound broken finger.
Yikes.
If he's really
his
that
hand's
torn up
shaking
about it.
really bad.
Yeah.
I thought he was just faking it because...
wait. Brace yourselves for this.
After he does a really good job.
What did he do?
Away from him.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It might have been a wrist. It might have been a wrist.
It's a huge game.
Oh,
Right
it's
wrist,
right
left
here.
wrist?
Right wrist. Right there. Oh, I saw a little
I
bit.
didn't see it.
Dude, that looked like
at
a
no point
forearm.
saw
He's
it.
holding his left wrist on the play.
Was that his left wrist?
He was holding his left wrist. I didn't see what happened, but he was really shaking.
Well, I thought
MVS over there checking on him.
Andy Reid is thinking of his next Whopper.
Did I get that right? That was...
This seems like the worst environment for a Hims commercial.
Yeah, dude. Let me talk about my boners with you.
Yeah, I mean-
in the sauna.
Like in the steam room is like easily every dude's top 5 place that they don't want to accidentally get a boner. Regardless of your sexual orientation, you don't want an accidental boner in a steam room.
Oh
period.
man, that hot guy that was deadlifting earlier is now in the sauna with me. Whoops.
Right?
The guys who are deadlifting are not using the steam room method.
No, they're not. No.
I've never been to a gym, I couldn't tell you.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been at least... I do believe that was Justin Watson who was down on the play.
I was going to comment, I'm still also a little upset that our 4th guest did not join us today because I was sitting basically where Boston is on Miles, and like so many knee and arm touches that I was okay with because of my sexuality and my security, but like this whole time I could have been here with all of us having our own mic and Boston having his own mic as well.
You don't have to touch that microphone, by the way.
Awesome, I'm not going to anymore.
Yeah. It's just like...
Yeah, dude, those arm touches weren't accidental, homie.
Look at that stupid dog over here.
Yeah, I'm mad that nobody responded to my hilarious joke in the group chat.
Which girl?
The one about Atharva denying, or claiming that he's on his way.
I haven't seen it. The injury did look bad, though.
Yeah, I mean, for as grimaced as he seemed, no McDonald's pun. That was pretty gruesome.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell what happened on the play, but he did appear to be in a tremendous amount of pain.
Sit down with our team to celebrate their win.
I doubt Twitter is responding to that at the moment.
Yeah, me and Boston got to bond a little too when I sat for him.
Oh, there's literally Will Ferrell and
Little Dicky.
That's who we're competing against tonight. No one's watching this. It's Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell wearing a fake NASCAR suit. Little
It is
Dicky,
Ricky Bobby character. Jesus
Will
Christ.
Ferrell, one of the great characters. You got LeBron. Twice and you
Should we watch that
Little
instead?
Dicky is one of my favorite.
I feel like enough people hate LeBron that they won't watch Will Ferrell.
Me too. Yeah, I don't want to listen
Little
to him
Dicky's
talk.
the wild card, bro. Honestly.
So that microphone's probably directly in your face.
If I had known that Little Dicky was doing commentary tonight, I would have absolutely not been here.
I mean, I think he kind of sold out and got less funny as Jared McKinnon skirts up the sideline.
No way, and a flag on them. Hey, sub Rashi Rice. This is kind of what I was expecting to happen. Was just a bullshit huge gain for Kansas City. Also, no update on the injury before they came back to that. So again, kind of a flop on Thursday Night Football in prime.
all the way back.
Boston
Patrick
eating the
Surtain.
microphone.
Patrick Surtain getting up slow on the play. We'll see what the flag is.
So forget about all that.
Forget about all that. It's coming way, way, way back.
11.
Dude, if they call this somehow on the defense.
No, they're trying to keep it close. It's
No,
the referees.
I know.
It's definitely collusion.
Good push in the back.
Collusion.
They're just trying to keep them as Super Bowl contenders.
No, they're just trying to keep the game close so the Swifties stay tuned.
True. Yeah, there's got to be constant excitement. Like, oh, the yellow part's back.
Ruling on the field is that the runner stepped out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Where stepped out of bounds
Okay.
at the 35-yard line.
Personal foul.
Personal foul,
Wow.
blindside block.
So they're doing that penalty enforcement not obviously from where he went, but is it from where he stepped out of bounds?
It's first down.
Half the distance to the goal.
15-yard penalty.
What? Okay, dude, do you even know? He's like, hold on, someone hand me my script again.
Bounds on top of it.
Correction. For black,
Left of stage. Okay, I'm on the right page then.
it's third down.
Shit, dude.
Okay, like we thought. Yeah, I was confused.
Onside block did it.
Okay.
Definitely not first down.
He steps out of bounds.
Dude, where? Okay, there, I guess. Oh,
No, I
there.
don't know where I don't think the blindside blocks happened yet.
Next thing you know, we got a 3rd and 26.
No, I was looking more for where he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that doesn't matter though because the blindside block was farther down the field. Kilby Davis walking away. I guess I'm play-by-play on this one.
I got you, dude.
Well, okay, Miles. Play-by-play, you got it?
dude. Yeah, this guy just yawned because his game is over. Player in the backfield getting ready to do something. It looks like the defense is ready. They're very spread out, which implies that they're, spreading thin. Rice, not the food, but the player, rushing up the middle for apparently 17 yards, which doesn't really make sense based on what I saw, but, we'll let Amazon Prime do the math. Dude, play-by-play is so much easier than the job that you usually have me do. I don't have to be creative. I just gotta say what's happening.
I love that you think you're doing a good job.
Bro, I don't understand how y'all think you're doing a good job. This is far more interesting than the shit you've been talking about. You know you're up against LeBron tonight, dude. You should have brought your A game.
Why would I bring my A game? Punt on the play. Kilby Davis is back. Punt is away.
That was a very high punt, didn't seem very far.
Yeah, short.
And Marvin
Not
Mims
high either.
again.
Mims, drink it up.
Well, everybody's going to look at Russell Wilson. They're going to talk about.
You can't have any.
Wayne Gretzky is the greatest athlete in the history of North American team sports.
Tight coverage with Snead and company.
I think I said that earlier.
McDuffie.
Well, that's what Mike Greenberg says.
These guys on islands. Ask them to hold up. Joshua
Like I said, I'm not even a hockey fan, but I just have immense respect for that dude.
in his second year.
I mean, I don't hate hockey. I just don't follow it, you know?
Job on the back end, but again, I think
Yeah, I feel that. See, Texas sports are. Oh, Marvin is on the field again.
the safety 6. Reed in his second year, the assistant coming over from Houston.
I grew up watching hockey.
Duffy in
Yeah.
his second year.
Red Wings fan. Detroit, they were good when I was a kid. I was near the Stanley Cup
Troutman
once because they won it
in
in my
motion.
lifetime, unlike the Lions.
Russell Wilson is about to take the snap now. Fake handoff to
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. He throws it downfield to none
Marvin
other than
Mims? No,
Cortland
Cortland
Sutton. That would have been.
Damn it.
That would have been a chug.
Yeah, I would have chugged this local Dallas, local buzz, honey,
In the left flat. There's the
rye golden ale.
Williams. You also have a linebacker.
Which is good, by the way.
Ends up sinking in 2 guys in the back.
It's actually the most enjoyable one. How are you liking the Porter Miles, Francis?
I don't love it, but I don't hate it as much as you made me think I would.
Throwing window open.
I think I said the expectation's low enough to where you...
It's fine.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
fine.
See, he told you exactly the perfect way to sell that. Williams up on the right seam, and that was 6 yards, as not reported by me.
Karlaftis on the tackle. Javonte Williams looked great. If he kind of re-establishes that bell cow role for the Broncos, that could be interesting. And hey, that's a positive play for the Broncos here. If you got a 10.5 ticket in your pocket right now, you're like, let's ride, baby.
Every single one of their plays that have seemed nice have been checkdowns to the running back.
Play action.
And
Russell
Wow.
Wilson. Look at Russell Wilson right. Oh, throw the flag.
hey, you know Pat would have been screaming for it already.
Yeah, Jamie screaming for it harder than Mahomes was earlier.
Yeah, it was.
First down. Great job.
He really shook Chris Jones. Watch Russell Wilson absolutely break the ankles of Chris Jones on this play. Dead to right, he goes, whoop, whoop, fakes it inside, and guess what? He's going to run for a first down. It's Russell Wilson season. That should have been plus 15, honestly.
A lot of this year.
He's still in bounds, shoulder to shoulder. I feel like I like that call not being thrown because it's for the betterment of the game.
Yeah, whatever. I thought we were trying to keep it close, referees. Where's the collusion at? He's like, that's too obvious.
Shit.
Oh, bad read. Runs right into
Well,
the
they are
arms.
within the 30 on their side of the field. Like, if they're not getting at least 3 points,
But that
here,
field goal is going to piss 10.5 bettors off so
it
much,
is,
dude.
It is.
They're not going to go for a field goal here.
He's going to bounce around. He's a pass rusher. But
Terrible
You know,
read on the play. He had
say
blockers.
You say that, but this is
He
the
had
same team
blockers
that
on
called
the
a
left side.
timeout to give the other team 3 points earlier. Like,
Cards.
That was a terrible read on that play.
He had blockers up the left side, and
No.
he almost ignored it.
This is
He ran right into their best defensive player's arms.
reading guards. And coming
Man hurts. Tight end. Out on his own.
Check down
to
pass.
McLaughlin.
Again, dude, their best plays checkdowns on the offense.
Both teams kind of tonight has
True.
been the case. Maybe the win is worse than we
The
can tell
only
from
difference
here.
maker for Kansas City is having Travis Kelce. It really is, because he's taken a majority of their deep ball targets.
Yeah, and it's not Patrick Mahomes, right? It's Travis Kelce.
I mean, he's looked like shit
Right?
tonight.
yeah, 100%. Travis Kelce is I said earlier when the game was 10-0, if it weren't for Travis Kelce at that point in the game, if he'd switched sides, it would be 10-0 Broncos.
Yeah. So, lining up, Russell Wilson is ready to take the snap.
Blitz.
He's got McLaughlin on his right side blitz. He throws it deep downfield
Jerry
to Jerry
Jeudy!
Jeudy, and he touches his fingertips.
That
a
looked
fingertip
promising.
catch that
Great
was just
coverage.
disregarded.
Promising.
And a flag
Flag.
is down.
The referees, they're going to keep this game close, I'm
Wow,
telling you.
this is about to be a first
I'm
and goal.
telling you, the
Denver
referees
Broncos.
are trying to keep this game close.
Dude, when's the
Roughing the
last
passer.
When's the last time they even showed Taylor Swift though? Have they showed her once this half?
Not since the second quarter, I don't think.
Yeah,
She might be already out in the popcorn machine.
Ah,
You
that's
know?
a good one. She's in that studio equipment lockbox, just getting rolled down to her. She's like, I think the Chiefs got it. You know, Roger
See?
Goodell texted.
That was a shitty call. I told you.
That was pretty.
The referees
What
are
a
going to try and
fucking-
keep this game close.
What a fucking drop too, by the way, on Jerry Judy's part, because that was in his fingertips. Oh shit, Andy Reid just give it
But this
away.
isn't this
Whatever.
crazy? This is the exact thing that I said before the game.
Yeah.
The referees are going to keep the game close, but they're going to let the Chiefs win.
Actually, I disagree with you. No, I'm joking. No, you did say that.
Now's the time you start when it's blatantly obviously wrong.
Well, no, it's been blatantly obvious the whole time.
No, I'm talking about him disagreeing with you.
Yeah. So Marvin Mims in the slot. Russell Wilson's first look was to Cortland Sutton, who will get a touchdown.
Oh, he called it.
Yeah, that was a touchdown. That was a touchdown. They're going to run that back. Every scoring play. Does this count as a scoring play?
It's not a scoring play. It was called incomplete on the play.
Wow.
So they're going to have to...
And Sean Payton disregards the
Let's see the
play call.
replay.
This was a touchdown. I will say
One
this
hands
was
out.
a touchdown. I think this was a touchdown. I think that was
looks like
a
a touchdown
touchdown.
to me.
I think that was... Why is Sean Payton
That's
brushing
by
that
every
off?
Because he's calling the offensive plays. He's got his face in the playbook. They
Yeah.
got to challenge that.
They have to. I agree. But
Clear touchdown by
Cortland Sutton was calling for the flag from the
How
beginning.
did that ref not call that? If anything, we should be
Because the ref is...
Dude.
Because the ref is trying to make it look like he's being impartial by making a call on behalf of Kansas City, so they can, obviously gonna get challenged, obviously a touchdown.
Turnover, yeah.
So they were erring on the side of...
Plus, this challenge flag is going to give us another 5-minute
Oh
opportunity.
shit! Coach Sean Payton wearing some clean Jordans on the sideline.
He always
too.
is.
Damn, dude.
He always
I'm
is.
late to the game on that, but like the way that he just dropped his flag, his challenge flag, like a godfather too. That was pretty cool.
And that's huge, right? Because 6 minutes left in the game. Really, all Broncos need is one defensive turnover.
I think they're going to go
One
for
defensive
two,
stop.
too. I asked you if they scored a touchdown, if you thought they were going to go for two to make it a one-score game.
Well,
I think
now they have to. It's six minutes left. in the
Okay,
game.
that's fair, because
You
there
asked
was
me
less
at the beginning
time.
of the first half.
Well, I think even then, if it's
Second half,
16-0,
rather.
I think if it's still 16-0, I would try to make it a one-score game as early as possible. I don't say why. I say why not. If it's that far ahead or along in the game, you got time left, still go for two. And if you have to, you have to plan for an extra drive to get a third score at some point. But I mean, that's if you're playing to win. I'm not convinced about that with the Denver Broncos at this point. What do you think, Boston? Yeah.
I think Boston thinks that was a horrible call. That was obviously a touchdown. And you really missed out on a sweet moment for all of us in the NFL. That's the real downside of calling that not a touchdown, because it was.
Well,
and we should have
Broncos
celebrated.
fans right now have very little to celebrate.
Right.
Very little to celebrate.
One
they're
win
big
on the
fans.
You just took that away from him.
One win on the season as compared to a fan base with 4 wins on a season and possibly, I'll say possibly 6 at this point, looking like this is going to be a victory, and your tight end's dating the biggest pop star in the world. I mean, possibly
And you're the
6.
defending Super Bowl champion.
True, yeah. And your only loss at this
I know
point...
Taylor Swift's a big deal and all, but we do forget about that a lot this season, it seems.
Yeah, but there's a lot of speculation about what players are going to be traded before the trade deadline that probably don't make sense.
Like Kirk Cousins?
To the New York Jets, possibly. Not really another team in need of a quarterback as bad as them, I would say.
If they're going to do that trade, they got to do it now.
I think they had to do it 3 weeks ago if they were going to. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. The Vikings are bitches. Their organization tries to be, analytically based, but at this point we're drafting people that are made of glass. And then the people that we do sign, it's just like reworks.
Touchdown on
yeah,
the play.
and that's a fucking touchdown. Thank you.
What a crazy play by Cortland Sutton, by the way.
That was
What a crazy one-handed grab.
It was a crazy adjustment to the pass right here when he opens his hips up.
Back
in
shoulder.
air, back shoulder, one-handed, brought it in.
And as soon as he touched his hand, he had control of it.
Yeah.
Never wavered. Referee came in like...
The big thing.
Imagine playing football in the NFL before instant replays.
Dude, that would piss me
Oh
off.
my god.
Dude, before challenges.
Oh my god.
2-point try. Here you go, Kelby Davis.
All right, Russell Wilson's back behind center and shotgun.
Jaleel McLaughlin.
A run with McLaughlin and for 2
2-point conversion is
points.
good.
For McLaughlin.
So it's 6.
This
No,
is
it's Monte Williams, my
Oh,
bad.
nice.
This is a 8-point game now with 6 minutes left in the fourth.
Hold them, except one time.
So the Broncos defense is still going to need one stop if they are going to cover this this 10.5. But once they get one stop, that's an instant cover because the Chiefs can just kneel the ball out.
Yep. So, and that's actually going to be very interesting to see here because I'm curious to know how aggressive they try to play that.
They're going to stay aggressive. Andy Reid in these situations late in the game, he'll still throw the ball, especially when he has a superstar like Patrick Mahomes.
No, I'm asking about the Broncos. Do you think they possibly consider an onside kick?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
mean,
either.
Sean Payton's a wild card, but
Well, if you think about it, even if you don't get it, I mean, you are leaving Kansas City in scoring position. Your defense
You
has been
have
playing
to keep them from
crazy.
scoring here, though.
That is true. That's true.
Like,
No, I'm only asking
you
because
can't.
of they've got to keep their foot on the pedal too. They've got to keep pushing at the
Broncos
Chiefs.
defense has been playing great all game.
Even
Yeah.
the best onside kick is got such a low chance of
away.
success.
Yeah.
That is a desperation move. And
the
right now
last
the
few seconds
Broncos
of the game.
need to play like they still are competing in this football game.
Well, and I
There
only
is still 6 minutes.
Taylor
Jesus
Swift!
Christ,
Does that
dude.
count? I'll drink.
It's a
But
Taylor Swift graphic.
Dude, that's
Her hair
nuts.
color's all wrong.
Not nearly as beautiful. Said all of the Swifties.
Travis Kelce looks pretty hot in his character. There
that's
she is.
Actual
Another
Taylor
one.
Swift.
So that's 7-8. I think it's gonna go under 13. Rashi Rice in motion. Caleb B. Davis.
Patrick Mahomes under pressure throws it to Travis Kelce for a gain of about 4 yards, maybe. His ankle got re-aggravated,
Uh-oh.
and he's going to be sidelined, I'd assume, for the rest of this game, just out of cautionary.
Ooh, no. Yeah, he's getting up really gingerly there, Caleb B. Davis. No, he's staying in the game. No.
nope,
There
nope.
comes Noah Gray.
Keep him on.
I say this far along in
Did
the
he
game.
get Tanner? Or is it just the lighting that we have? Has he been hanging out on the weekends with Taylor in like Cancun or something? Look how tan he is.
I don't know.
That
Is it the
might,
same ankle?
He does have a little
that
bit.
might have been, that's what I was going to say.
That was the
Miles
same ankle.
Francis, was it the different ankle?
And which is better?
I don't know. Rashi Rice again in motion, Caleb B. Davis.
Here comes
on
the
the
here comes the
injury.
spy or the fucking goddamn rolling out right. Patrick Mahomes is going to take it and take some shoulder contact about 2 yards short from the first down.
Big third down here, and clock stops, Caleb B. Davis. And clock stops. The Broncos are not dead yet, Caleb B. Davis. Under one score. Jonathan Cooper on the tackle there. And here comes Mr. Pfizer coming off of the bench. He looks like he's fine. He's had a little stinger or something. Caleb B. Davis, 3rd and 2.
Here comes the 3rd and 2 attempt from the Kansas City Chiefs. The ref got involved again before the snap. Here comes that snap. Patrick Mahomes has all the time in the world, finds Rashi Rice.
Rashi
He goes
Rice.
over the
Wide
middle of center
open
field.
one. Oh, he was so close to breaking,
Stopped
guys.
at about the 30. Was that
If
the
he kept
38?
his feet
39?
under him there,
Massive game for Rashi Rice, Miles Francis.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let me look him up real quick on fantasy.
Yeah, see where he's at.
Kelsey. They're going to Kelsey a lot.
Feels like he's gotten several targets this game, and a lot of them have been for a lot of yards. Whenever Rashi Rice has the ball in his hands, feels like he makes extra stuff happen.
He's going, he's got the tongue going, the whole thing.
Isaiah Pacheco to the left-hand side of Patrick Mahomes in the backfield. Rashi Rice not on the field,
And
taking
Blake
a breather.
Bell
Only
off of
6
the line.
points and a half PPR league.
Pacheco up. That was about 6 yards on that. His
And his
helmet
whole head
popped
fell off.
Yeah, wow. That was a Halloween gag right
Caleb B.
there.
Davis, I can take play-by-play if you want me to for the rest of the game.
Yeah, honestly, Rasheed Rice, in terms of stats, like he's not doing bad, but fantasy-wise, he's actually underproducing.
How many
He's
targets? How many receptions?
only 8.4 points. He's currently sitting at 3 receptions for 44 yards
Wow.
and 1 first down.
Oh, okay, I thought he had more receptions than
It
that.
seems like it, doesn't it?
It's like
Detroit Lions, number 7 on that list for odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl.
plenty of time for the clock.
Meanwhile,
6.
Javonte Williams sitting at 11.2 points on my bench.
Cool.
Travis Kelce,
Sky Moore with about a 13.
27.4 points without a touchdown. He's got 9 for 9, 124 yards, 6 receiving first downs. Big game for Travis Kelce. Big game.
Football
Judy, 5.4 points sitting on my opponent's bench.
for 87 yards, under 10, obviously.
I'll be honest, I'm still feeling good about the Javonte Williams benching. I'm glad to see that he's back. He's looking good. He's looking healthy, but I feel like he's not taking
He's definitely
as
still
many-
the running back 2 on the team, and I think that's going to change very quickly.
I agree, but not this week, so I'm glad to have him on my bench.
Yeah, so if you can get anything for Jaleel McLaughlin right now in a redraft league, I would take whatever you can get because it's Javonte's backfield after this week, in my opinion.
I agree.
And if you can get Javonte for something reasonable, I would also do that, especially if you have a surplus at a certain position and a need at running back, which is a lot of fantasy football players.
That feels
right
like a lot of players right now are in need of.
now. I traded Cooper Kupp in both my leagues for a good running back.
Wow, but you have Puka.
I had Puka in both leagues, yeah. Patrick Mahomes handoff up the middle to Isaiah Pacheco. He breaks it out to the right, and that's a loss on the play.
About 4 yards, I'd say.
No, a loss of 2 on the play.
Huh.
That'll be the first timeout for the Broncos.
2 minutes 58 seconds left.
This is what he's really known for.
It's really a bad game for the Broncos, isn't it, Boston?
With the experience that he has,
I mean, I know that they're catching some strides here, but in all honesty, they're not.
I don't know what the stat line says, but I would argue that Pacheco definitely has by far the most ran yards. It's just most of them are left to right.
Yeah, they really have been, which has been kind of disappointing because, I mean, he's still a more versatile back, in my opinion, than CEH, but really, like, you're really reliant on these check down screen passes, which, I mean, I feel like a lot of offenses are now as well, but they're definitely well within field goal range with Butker. McKinnon off right side of Mahomes, and Mahomes is giving it to, again, Kadarius Toney for no real reason, just to get maybe back to their previous yard line of scrimmage.
Those little
3rd and 9, possibly?
Those little checks to Kadarius Toney. And there's the cat feeder going off.
Cat feeder. Oh, look how happy Meatloaf is.
She was outside hunting in the night.
3rd and 10.
I am going to light a fire if y'all want to join me for after the game.
I appreciate it.
If not, no worries.
I am still planning on going to the Shark Mike after. I've got people I invited there that took me up on it.
Oh, nice.
And now they're like, "Hey, there's nobody in this parking lot. Are you fucking with us?"
That parking lot is a little bit weird when you first go there. It
Yeah.
took me a minute or two to figure that out.
And Patrick Mahomes
sacked him in the out field goal range. He's going to be out field goal range.
That's
They're going to have to punt it.
No, they're gonna
they're
try.
so well
They're gonna
within field goal
try. I
range,
think they're gonna try. I don't know.
No, they're out of field goal range.
No, they're not.
I don't know. Only
They're
because of
gonna punt
Butker. Only
They're
because of
gonna punt
Butker.
This is definitely a field goal.
problematic.
And a highly makeable one, unfortunately, for you, Jamie.
Which is taken right here. It'll be 14
2-minute warning. Big sack.
at the 2-1.
Broncos still have 1 timeout as we go to a Mr. Pfizer commercial.
Best bundle in the league, baby.
Man, why can't Patrick change his name? It could be Kelsey, and Kelsey, how much you can save by bundling home and auto.
Have you guys ever bundled home and auto?
I don't even own a home.
They could letters.
I'm thinking about it though.
You should, if you can. I mean, interest rates are like even worse now than they were when I bought, but
Yeah.
I bought it in 2012, so I'm looking pretty good there.
I like
but
to
I'm
say-
also in constant fear of losing it, so you know it's a wild world to live in.
I like to say that's the reason I don't own a home, but no, that's not really the reason why. I mean, I would like to be in a house and like rent a
Was
house.
this your first time invited to one?
Yeah, I've actually never actually seen one in real life. Yeah, me and my
Yeah, some of them don't have wheels on them. I just recently learned.
damn.
they call them single families.
Oh man.
Yeah, we are recording from my house in Dallas that I own a very small percentage of. But it grows every month, and that's the cool part. Mm-hmm. And that's that percentage of your house you own, and you can sell it one day for $3 million. And it's the housing market in Dallas.
Yep.
That's the plan, at least. Then retire.
That is the
Yeah,
plan. That's always
smart.
a good plan to have. That's smart. I think property is always a better investment than like crypto
Dogecoin?
and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's just my traditional old.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
boomer. Slay boomer.
Crypto real estate is where it's at, actually.
Oh shit! Yeah, I need
Yeah.
a place for my digital currency to live.
What was that when Snoop Dogg had like a $2 million property in like some VR world?
Oh, I do remember.
I remember
seeing
that too.
Remember that?
That shit looked stupid too. Like,
Yeah, they look smart.
I mean, it just looked like everything was still like kind of like blocky and like almost retro colored. You know, like not quite.
I enjoyed this movie for what it's worth. This is an Amazon Prime original. fun little time travel horror film. I jokingly referred to it as Halloween Tub Time Machine on my Letterboxd review.
Halloween
And I
Tub
stand
Time
by
Machine. That's great. I love that. Hey, you know what really gets me through a lot of my days is whenever I see his Reddit posts that he screenshots and posts on his Instagram. Those are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I get trolled. That's not. There's just really mean people on Reddit. Is the truth?
Really?
So I
Yeah, there
post
are.
stand-up clips, and they almost always will insult me for either being not funny.
So
or
you're right. Look
crap,
at the wind
whatever.
blowing. Look at the wind
They're
blowing. There's got to be
going
a
for it.
I know.
swirling 52-yard field goal. He murdered
Oh, that's good.
it. Wow.
Dude, no way now.
Harrison Butker.
I mean,
1.5 points. 1.5 points outside of the range they need to be in, guys.
very true.
One possession late.
Yeah, that was a big made field goal for this guy.
That is going to make a lot of people,
52.
well, honestly, probably about the same amount, really happy and really sad.
Right through the
So I retract my statement. It's about 50-50.
We still got hope.
52 yards.
We got Cortland Sutton.
You know,
We got Marvin Mims.
Or
But
lack thereof.
I don't know if they kick a field goal or not if presented the right situation. So we're kind of praying for a touchdown here.
field goals, 2 of
Situationally.
significant difference.
Well,
No, that'd
let's
be
see.
great.
Let's see exactly what happens because the Denver Broncos are going to stamp it as being this is how the Denver Broncos play this position in football against the previous NFL Super Bowl champions. And I will say it's been so windy today. I've seen the ball not only fall off of the tee twice, but I've also seen it roll away from the line of scrimmage very early on in this game. I thought that was very interesting.
Since they had a winning season.
So, I mean, more credit to the kickers and punters of this game. I mean,
Yeah, they've been great.
I've kind of talked some shit on a punt or
Couple
two.
bad punts, rightfully so.
Great
their shit.
kickoff, dude. You're kicking into
But yeah,
the
Harrison
wind.
Butker is slaughtering
Wild.
right now.
25 comes.
He's like 9 for 9 in the season or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I think 3 of them were just today, too, from 60, 24, and then...
he's been a guy that always known for having a big leg. Like, the big
Right time to
60-yard field goal is not a big deal for him.
I thought you were going to say a big butt cur.
No, but sure.
I
He's
like
not
big
been
buckers and I
known.
cannot lie.
Yeah, he's not been known to be accurate. Okay, Russell Wilson trying to do some magic here. 155.
Dude, if he gets
intercepted,
intercepted, I'm going to laugh.
he probably will.
He probably will.
Wilson, over the
To the great coverage on the play.
That felt like it was supposed to be there, though. Didn't
I
it?
think I was going to say it felt like it was supposed to be intercepted. Just to hold farther into...
Ball batted right out of the Trout man's hands.
here from Tampa.
Great pass by Russell Wilson, by the way. Honestly, just more of a drop than a good coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Should have reeled it
I
in
guess
there.
a little bit of a hand in there, but like still.
Launch the football. Great play.
Yeah, Cortland's up in the bottom of the screen. Russell Wilson drops back, tosses it to Samaje Perine for a fumble, and that'll be game. Well,
Another Kansas City defense recovery I'll take.
by Willie Gay, and that will be the game. My name's Jamie Jakes. For Miles Francis at Mr. Most Days Off, and Caleb B. Davis on all platforms who's outside, Boston the Dog, and Amazon Prime. This has been What Are You Talking About with Jamie Jakes. Thank you, and
Football.
good night.
The ball.